everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. Where did we leave off our game last time?
I think we were just doing a bit of housekeeping, weren't we?
I know what it was.
I remember now, yeah. Go on.
What is my spear? That's where we left it off. We did the ritual.
Yes, we
Anton
did
gets everybody back in the boats. We're heading back. Tyrael just got married. Imric's spell is soon to be completed.
Wait, also, when we're on that, Neil, can we just revisit the decision that I don't actually get a spell out of this, like, dozens of weeks of research?
Absolutely.
Okay. Alright, carry on, I'll think.
Oh, okay. You didn't have something.
He didn't have anything. He just wanted to see if he could think about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I give you permission to use your brain. MrMouton, you are examining the spear, and would you set the scene for us? Where are you on the ship? What does the spear look like? Paint us a word picture of your place.
Anton is in the galley, in the captain's quarters of the ship. He is inspecting his spear, which looks very Final Fantasy-esque. Ao did a very nice drawing of it. Probably the one that I liked the most. And let me see if I can get Discord up. What's so funny, Steve?
I don't know, just reading stupid shit. I'm sorry. Ugh! Tell me about your Final Fantasy spear. Go!
Yeah, 1 second. Well, you can just show everybody.
Yeah, show it. Link it.
I'm linking it in the group chat. There you go. That's the spear.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I don't know how I'm supposed to show this on stream. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
no,
Boom, boom.
He's probably looking at the handle and seeing a few faces of the people he's had to kill. His dad's on there, probably in a prime spot near the handle. So every time he looks down, he'll see his face dead there. And he holds it up to the light, to the moonlight, and is inspired to do more vengeance.
Well, with this ceremony you've done, you know the properties of your spear intrinsically. There's no need to cast identify spells or practice with it to figure out the abilities. Mechanically...
Oh, I can just say it then?
Yeah, I can just tell you what it is right off the bat. This is a gift to your goddess. It is a +3 spear with the following abilities. It imparts upon its wearer 60 feet of infravision. It has an accompanying unseen servant always attached to the spear, so the wielder can control the unseen servant at will. You can replace an attack on your turn with directing the unseen servant to do something here or there. With a point of the spear, you can light candles, torches, lanterns, or like things that are ready to be set on fire. So if you like pile all your sticks together in your campfire, you can set it on fire. Similarly, you can put out candles and small fires, but not like torches or lanterns or oil burning things. And it can hold a great amount of weight, much more than even its mithril shaft would normally allow. You could probably get like 6 people on that center shaft and it would hold their weight, maybe even 7 or 8. The exact amount of weight depends on like the size of the people and all their gear and stuff, of course. And last but not least, with a tap of the butt of the spear on something that is locked, you can cast knock once per day. It is a Utila spear.
I like that.
What was the thing about holding people?
It just, the strength of the spear is greater than one would look like. So it can withstand like if you had the spear horizontal on like a rung and you attach like 7 people all hanging from the middle somehow, or like a rope with people hanging from it, it would hold the weight. It's incredibly durable, very, very strong. Stronger even than its mithril properties you would think it would have.
There we go. Thank you.
No, thank you for that incredible ritual to Velthara, goddess of vengeance. She most appreciated the extra effort you put into it, the extra intent, and the longevity and the vengeance created in the process.
Velthara is also requesting that your mic boosts a little bit, Koibu. Thank you.
You will find your wife keeps great distance from you on the voyage home.
As all wives
Few
should.
sailors make eye contact with you. Most people leave you to your own devices, bowing their head and averting their eyes as you walk past in the halls, pressing themselves against walls to make easy room for you. If you ask for something, it is quickly brought to you. You can sense your wife now has a sense of vengeance in her belly for you. She is greatly unhappy and is not going to let this transgression pass. Everyone else on the boat has no vengeance for you, no grudges against you, no desire to do you harm. But you don't need the magical properties of the Amulet of Elthara to feel the fear coming off of them in waves.
Anton will probably just fuck around with the spear. Ignore her.
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah. Okay. Imric,
Yes.
have you designed a 6th level spell in the last 5 minutes?
Well, it's got to be something to do with neutralizing fire damage, right? It's going to be pretty similar.
Has to be something that would make sense that it could be used for a fire thing, but that doesn't mean it has to neutralize fire inherently, right? It could be a water
Offensive.
shield type of spell. Probably not an offensive spell,
Yeah.
but maybe there could be a lot of applications. Did you have something in mind?
Well, just off the top of my head, I was thinking, what about like a mass AoE? You cast it and it kind of just cools the area down to the point that no fire can burn. Any like lava would like coal over, not coal, but like go black so you could walk on it. Any like if the room was on fire, it would all immediately stop. If you were in shallow water, maybe you could like freeze it.
So is this a fire suppression or a cold effect, or both?
Kind of both.
Because, a fire will burn even in freezing weather, so... We've
Yeah,
got
well, maybe-
two separate things here?
What if it's like a blast of water and then a freezing effect afterwards, so that like the water goes everywhere and then freezes over? Although that might hurt. Well, that would hurt people as well.
Maybe this is best done between sessions.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. We'll check back in with you a little bit later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now let's talk about my new rogue ability.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I don't want them to know about it. Never mind, Koibu. We'll keep it between us.
Well, secrets.
Okay.
I think I'm waiting at the docks while Anton comes back from his ship. I'm waiting there on the docks next to the harbour master as the ship pulls in. Are you like first off, Anton, or are you sort of like, do you let everyone leave first and then?
He's gonna let everybody, unpack the ship, leave, and then he's gonna kind of demand to his wife that they will be merry. Walk off the ship like we had a great time.
She plasters on the Melania smile and goes along with everything,
Good.
happily waving at people.
Okay, so I don't notice anything's wrong. Anton, you're back. How was it?
He'll
Successful,
show you
I
the
see.
spear.
Let me see. I'll like take it and look at it. This is amazing. How did it arrive?
Velthara came down and touched the spear herself, Imric. You should have been there. It was beautiful.
What did she look like? I hope you're not jealous, I say, with a smile to his wife.
Well, every man must have his hobby, and it is my job to be supportive of my husband, she says, placing a hand gently on the side of his shoulder.
Good wife indeed. Well, Anton, we have plans to go afar. We shall be traveling to Batava in the next day or so. I suggest
Maybe we shouldn't be yelling this on the docks then, Imric.
I'm not yelling at you, I'm having a conversation with you. But okay, fair enough. I understand. I'll give your lovely wife a little curtsy and bid her adieu and head back, I guess.
Yeah, Anton will follow you and give his wife a
guys-
head kiss.
Mm-hmm. She will arrange the carriage for you to take home. All the other things are being, arranged. The two of you can head off. Where do you go to have this conversation? Is it just walking through the streets to a quiet pub, to a back alley somewhere?
I think to our warehouse, right?
Well, the harbor is in Bontheris.
Oh, we're in
Oh.
Bontheris.
Well, that's where the ship comes in.
Yeah,
But
no,
the
you're
rest is
right.
landlocked, yeah.
Oh, I don't think I would have. Well, actually, yeah, maybe I would. Maybe I go to Bontheris to escort them home. Actually, so what I will say to his wife then, Milady, if you'd like to avoid the journey, I could take all three of us back to the capital right now.
She raises up a hand. Oh, brother-in-law Imric McGarry, I do appreciate your presence and your generous offer, but the clerics have told me that travel by magic is not good for the unborn yet.
They would say that.
Rests a
They're just-
hand on her.
Is this something that I would know is like bullshit, or have I heard this?
This is the first time you're hearing of this, but also, like, this is definitely not your area of expertise. You're a vengeance cleric. You know nothing about childbirth and the magical properties that might affect infants or, you know. the
Well, hold
preborn.
on. Imric was quite the player in his younger days. Maybe if he was worried he knocked a girl up, he'd be teleporting her around, trying to, you know, escape
It's my new
responsibility.
plan
He
now.
might. Maybe we should roll for a knowledge check
It's
here.
like, oh, do you want to go and get some breakfast? Oh, I'll just teleport us to the.
Over and over and
Voice.
over again. Maybe.
Perhaps, but I mean, how much does a fuckboy know about reproductive systems?
Well, depending
you know?
on if you're part of a noble family with a lot of money for somebody to steal, he might know an awful lot about it. I think on a
Maybe.
27 or higher, I think he should know. He should know 100%.
All right, Emmerich, you've done a lot of research, but this is
have.
not your area of expertise. You've never
not
looked
at all.
into fertility. Give me an int check at disadvantage.
Oh, that's tough. Oh.
Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah, absolutely.
You-
In fact, I'm certain that it's fine. I say, I don't know, you know, I mean, a lot of these clerics, they're just jealous. They don't really, they want to play down arcane power. They don't understand it. They can't teleport, so they want to say that it's not safe. Really, I think it would be fine. Anton, it would be fine, right? We could.
Just let her take her carriage ride back. Let's you and I go, Emmerich. We have, and I'll give her a look. Heroic duties to attend to.
Well, if you're certain, my lady, I shall leave you and my future nephew to your travels, and I will offer a hand to Anton.
He'll grab you and
I will then finger my ring and teleport us. Sorry, and teleport us back to the current runter.
Having a hard time there?
Yeah, that was funny.
And how? Just using the regular teleport spell?
Yeah, it's on the ring, so.
Great. I
Wait,
think
no, it's
you
not.
have-
Hold on. I have that ring right
me
now,
that.
don't I?
No, I would have got that. Oh, wait, you still got?
I don't know what the
feels-
timelines are right now, because I don't think I'm with you guys, because that's what we were doing. so-
Okay, okay. Well, I would have had 2 teleport spells landing,
Oh,
so I
okay.
just used the teleport
yeah.
spell. You want me to roll?
Yeah, roll. Just don't make me look at
Roll
any
over
tables.
funsies.
There you go. That's
There
fine.
you go.
Yeah, super good. So Imrich's research is done on September 11th.
Well, don't tell them, because I want to actually sneak in another spell. I want to learn another spell, but I want them to just think that I'm just still learning the scroll.
I just want to figure out when this is because
Yeah, okay.
the ritual was on the 18th, and then it's a few days back. So this will be August 23rd when Anton arrives back.
yeah, then I'm gonna go. If he's still learning his shit, I'm gonna go and make more of those potions.
Great. Do you have sufficient supplies?
I had a ton of vertebrae, and then we made 6 potions, so
Mhm.
that used 6 times 2 is 18. So I have about half of them left.
Okay.
So yeah, how many days was it again?
To
Like-
make a potion.
D4 plus, or it was like a D4 plus 2. I don't know.
1 week to brew a potion.
I don't think we did.
Oh,
that
no.
last
Okay, I'm sorry.
time.
That's for alchemists. 1 day per 100 GP required. And this was a... Oh, shit. How much GP did this potion
I think this was
require?
actually only like 100 GP, but I don't remember. I remember like rolling, and then I think it was like 2 days per.
Yeah, I'm just going to look it up in the books.
Yep.
Potion of slipperiness?
Yep.
It's 400,
Oil of wait
so
no,
4
it's oil
days.
of something.
Oil of slipperiness, yeah. 4 days per potion.
Okay.
And you have a 66 plus your level times 2, you're level 13, right? So 26 and 66, or you're 12.
Yep.
24 and 66 is 90?
Sure.
Yeah. That sounds right. So go ahead and just roll me a bunch of potion checks.
1d100?
Mm-hmm.
How many do you want? Like, how long can I make potions?
They take 4 days each. So that would be 2. It's a 1 potion until Tyrion's done with his dragon riding. So let's just do that first one.
Pass.
Perfect, just barely. And at this point, Tyrael is done dragon riding, or learning to ride a dragon. He now has that proficiency. Is there anything that would change, or would you just keep making potions? Tyrael, do you have anything to talk to your brother about?
Ansel needs a few more mid.
Okay.
I'd probably just ask how the wedding went, and then everything on the home front is okay. So I don't know if I would have anything. Maybe I'd update them on how the progress of the keep and everything is going, but...
Then give me another one, Anton.
Here you go. Pass.
2. Give me 2 more.
Pass.
Great, and that's 4 that we just did, right? 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4. 1 more will get us to the end of Imric's research.
That's good.
But
That gives
we're
me
gonna
10
pause.
oils. Oh,
Yeah.
this one.
And we'll pause here as Imric, you said you wanted to do something after your spell research?
Yeah, I want to learn the death spell from the Alcazar spellbook.
Okay. Well, before you learn the death spell,
Wait.
let's roll for the success of your
Oh.
research, unless we've already done that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said it was 60%, right? I don't think we... Wait,
Yeah,
did
I
we
think-
roll it? We might have already rolled it.
Let's scroll up. Is there a D100? Ooh, we wouldn't have... Did you roll any D100s last session? Not since the Bow of Speed, you haven't rolled a D100. The last time you used your Bow of Speed was in combat, right?
Everyone in chat is saying you already rolled it. It's done.
Yeah, no, it's there. I rolled a 57. Is that not it?
Oh, did
That's
I miss
your
it?
teleport, is it not?
It's the
Oh
end
no,
of
yeah, it
last
is the
session.
57. Yep, it's the 57.
Okay, cool. So you succeeded on your check then. So you've
Yeah.
learned the spell, but you have not yet made any scrolls. Do you want to continue spell learning, or do you want to keep going with your scroll making?
I
Learning
think
spell.
learn the spell. We can make the scrolls later. I mean, has Sombar learned the spell as well? Like, have we been doing it together? Can she make the scrolls or not?
Yeah, she can make a check based on the research that you've been conducting together. Arc Somber will fail, and she will need another week.
She's an idiot.
Damn.
But that's fine, because Nick's doing spell research anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna roll for
Yeah,
your other
she
spell,
will
Nick?
need another week at another 10% chance while she conducts her research. Yeah, next week thereafter she will learn it as well.
Okay. But I'm going to learn the death spell after this.
Great. And what level spell is that?
6.
And in what spell book do you have access to the death spell?
The Alcazar book that we got from Babylon's Tomb.
The one with the poisoned pages that you must wear gloves to turn and has all sorts of strange rituals, strange markings inscribed upon it, and new
That's it.
spells that... Okay.
It's the only place I have access to 6 level spells. Although, actually, maybe Oxombar has a few now that we've sort of cleared up what level she is, but... that might be worth checking, actually,
Well-
what spells she's got, but I'm going to try and learn this.
Roll me 62 and a spell learning check.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm just going to go 60 or... Wait, what's my chance? Is it 60?
Yeah.
Yeah, 60 or lower. Ah, fuck off. Never mind.
Alright. Can't learn it until next level. Well, brothers,
Wait,
um,
can I have a short conversation or a suggestion, I guess, if we're in the Queen's... if I was talking to the things after I reported all the shit before? Question.
I don't understand a single word you just said, but yes, you can have a conversation with whoever you'd like.
I reported back that I spied with my little eye some weird fan shit going on, right?
Oh, right, the stuff
yeah.
in the hills.
Yeah. Could I have volunteered the three of us if they thought the mission was viable? If they're trying to do some weird shit, setting this whole forest on fire, or maybe I would ask them, would it not be wise to try to capture their equipment instead of destroying it, and then use this for our assault on Dragon's Peak? We could set the whole forest around the mountains on fire. Best case, there's some weird smoke shit that goes into the mountain and fucks with their. Worst case, at least we like clear everything around.
We have a dragon. Can't we just set the fire that way?
Well, no, this is supposed to be like, for some reason this is different. Otherwise, Scoria would have just breathed fire on this, right? Like, this is supposed to like set a fire, set the whole forest down. I don't know if it would matter or help anything, but if not,
I'm not going to show. I'm sure how much like setting Scoria's forest on fire is going to hamper her.
okay, fine, never mind.
Well,
But we might go and
and
destroy them though.
No, Imric said never
Queen and
mind, so
her
fuck it. I don't care.
officers-
I wouldn't ask because I know Imric would chide me for it. So
Great. Then when you were talking with them, they made clear that they would send in soldiers to deal with the problem, now that they are clear and aware of what it is.
okay, cool.
And in the intervening time, there will be the Battle of the Flatwood. You guys aren't involved. You don't really care. We don't really pay attention to the day-to-day battles that happen in this war. It's sort of for
True.
the small folk to deal with. So, like all the other battles that have come and gone, we won't really...
Yeah, heroes
don't
don't
need to
concern
look at
themselves with the affairs of men. Okay, we have more important
Exactly.
things to do, like cutting up our wives and shit.
I would like to be scrying on Matava Neil over these weeks to try and gauge progress that the dragon's made.
What does that mean? Sorry. Matava, not Mystria.
Yeah, Matava.
Yes.
Yeah, has Scoria
Wow.
left her nest at all?
Yes, she has. From time to time, Scoria will leave Dragon's Peak. She will visit Crownhold. She will visit a few of the other areas in there, and she will raid the Elven Forest a couple of times. But it's still like 9 and 10 days she stays in Dragon Peak.
Okay.
Imric,
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, can we
scrounging
just
on-
remind what happened in Matava? Imric, he left a note for the slaves or whatever in 2 different spots that it was their time to rise up. So I think I just wanted to remind you, I guess, mainly, but I'm sure that you're a genius and you know.
Wow, thank you. You can take another 10 experience points.
I will add that.
Valara has
Since we're
been-
doing milestone, just go up a level. Round up.
Valara has been destroyed. The city is no more. The people evacuated and gone. The dragon ripped the town to shreds. And with unbelievable speed, the forest has been creeping back towards Valara. A week after it's gone, there are small trees beginning to sprout in the fields just outside of Valara. A month after it is destroyed, some of those trees, those little sprouts, have grown into actual, like, human-sized trees. The overgrowth seems to be retaking that section of land rather quickly.
That's interesting.
Yes. Yunta is a bristling fortress at this point. The city may not have walls. They've never needed it. They've had ballistas pointed across the river. Clearly the dragon can't fly. It can't leap the river, so the ballistas have always been enough to hold the dragon at bay. But now that Valara is gone and the bridge that crosses the Yunta River is still well intact, there you can see, twice the number of soldiers in this area. And additional reinforcements, new ballistas being built, new scorpions, catapults, trebuchets, weapons of war being manufactured in and around Yunta, pointed across the Zorthus Snag and the Yunta River.
So does it look like Yunta's been attacked at all?
Let me figure out when exactly we left the dragon.
Yeah, we've been gone for like 3 months, right?
Yeah, it's
3
been a while.
months. Are we gonna bring back from our babe Senegal yet?
That's true, yeah.
She's hot, I bet.
No, Valara has been destroyed. Yunta does not look like it has been attacked at all. At least there's no outward signs of damage. If it's been attacked, then the dragon has only used breath weapons, or whatever damage has been done has been quickly repaired. You haven't caught the dragon attacking it with any of your scrying. Maybe it's the huge bristling armies in Yunta ready for a fight that have kept the dragon at bay.
I'll ask Emmerich, what of the people? What of your messages?
Yeah, well, I guess we can scry on that too. So I'll scry on Zelania, where I put one of the messages, and on the slave camps in the fields to the east of the West Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Just see if anything obvious has happened there.
No. The authoritarian government did not respond in the way that you wanted to threats.
Yeah.
They, if anything, have doubled down on their actions.
So I'll relay this information both to Tyrael and Anton, and I'll say, what course of action do we want to take here? Is it worth going to speak to the Matavan Queen? We could turn up in Zelania, probably kill whatever they sent to try and stop us, and force a conversation.
I mean, we're essentially holding their entire civilization hostage, right? We're holding them hostage, right?
Sort of. It looks like their defenses at Yunta might be enough to hold, at least in the short term.
Sure, but I mean, that's basically what we've done. We've turned an enemy onto them and then said we can help you. So how do we think that
we should let the queen handle negotiations? She would
is the
be
queen
more tactful at it.
even doing anything with this, or has she left this up to us completely?
The queen said to give it like a few months, let it kind of fuck the area up a bit, and it's been there, so we can check back with her and see if she wants to do something now.
Well, the problem is that... Oh, okay, yeah. What? So do we want to go, or we're going to let the queen do it?
I think it would just be more proper for her to negotiate than for us to just teleport in. And
Okay,
make a
so
decision.
I'll make an arrangement to meet the queen, and I'll give her this update. I'll say that the forests from Valara have quickly overtaken the city. It seems that there's some magic involved. New defenses are being set up at Yunta to defend the river there. They're building trebuchets and catapults and ballista at an alarming rate. Our messages that we left above the slaves and above the capital seem to have only further entrenched them. They don't seem to be ready to compromise. We're wondering what the best next step is. We plan to kill the dragon, but it would be, if we could maximize our benefit, it would be nice.
She will tell you that the walled city of Lyra has suffered destruction and chaos. Once well protected from the dragon by both Yunta and Valara, now it is exposed, and it has been hammered over and over again. The fields outside of Lyra, the southern undergrowth, that big section of woods which have been orchards and sources of lumber and timber, now evacuated and emptied. And the area between Lyra and Yunta is now sort of a dangerous place. The dragon's probably not hanging out between those two towns, but there has been evidence of people traveling between them that have been eaten by the dragon. Large footprints seen on the road there. And the state of Matava seems to be trapped in terror as this dragon rampages across their southern lands.
Good.
Well, if we offer to kill it then, do you think that there's any way we could at least get them to stop helping Mistria?
Anton will speak up and set the men free.
Well, that might be a step too far. Perhaps we can push for that politically later. But if we've only got a little bit, what political capital we've got now, we should use to maximize our position and get them out of the war.
Your aunt, the queen, will tell you that with so great a trouble at home, Matava is probably a weakened state, unable to meaningfully contribute. Whereas once their homeland was safe and secured and they could export their great crop resources and easily trade back and forth using that little segment of land as a way to transport between the Grand Canal and the southern seas, now Matava is somewhat in a bind.
Well, it may change when we kill the dragon.
Yes. What is your proposal?
Well, I was thinking that the three of us, could go to their capital and speak to her directly and say, leave the war. You don't need to pledge allegiance to our side. Just stop helping Mistria and we'll kill the dragon for you. but maybe these negotiations are better had through yourself.
I can't see how that would backfire. She looks to the assembled gentlemen, ladies, officers.
We also, Anton,
Gary
speak of
brothers.
that.
Mm-hmm.
We also want recompense paid for Drakissian lives that were lost because of them helping out in the war. I think that would be fair. So they stop supplying, and they need to pay Drekis back and the families for
In gold,
X amount
in
of years.
silver, in food? How?
I shrug. Whatever you think best. There just needs to be a little bit more penance, I believe.
She looks to the assembled folks in the room. Can anyone see a downside with this? Tyrael, you speak for the McGarrys? Is there a downside to this?
I mean, I speak for the McGarrys, but matters of running kingdoms so far we've entrusted to you. You seem to have the wisdom here. We could make a larger
You will
ask.
soon run a kingdom of your own. You must start practicing these decisions.
Practicing, and the best way to practice is to learn under your wisdom. So I eagerly look to see what your decision would be. I imagine making bigger asks from their kingdom would be good for us. It would be a show of good faith from them, and we're in a powerful negotiating position. But if we ask for too much, then out of pride or indignancy, maybe they decide not to listen to us at all, and we end up losing everything in an attempt to overplay our position. So asking for recompense from a nation that is now crumbling, who's about to be removed from war, maybe would be a bit too much, or maybe not, but...
I would say that if we can just get them out of the fight for now, once Mystria is fallen and Scoria is dead, they'll have no choice but to bend the knee.
I agree. These Matavans and their way of life is an affront to all we know and hold dear. They have always played both sides against one another. They have always positioned themselves against us unless there was something we desperately needed from them, and then they were all too happy to supply it at an unfair price. The Matavan Empire, as small of a landmass as it may be, must eventually fall. Is there a way that we can slay the dragon whilst not aiding them? Is there a way to slay the dragon and cause additional casualties? I can't imagine how that would work.
We've caused enough casualties to their civilians and soldiers, I would say. The point's been made. I don't think we want to go out there and slaughter their entire kingdom. We're killing the dragon anyway. We should get what we can for doing it before we do it.
Speak up. If you need the Matavan royal line eradicated, I think that, look to his brothers, we could do that as well.
After Scoria, it is a lesser priority, but that will definitely be on the table coming forward.
Or perhaps,
Yes.
What is our goal with the killing of this dragon?
Getting
Elite.
the Matavans out of the war.
That
That's
and
it.
getting experience on fighting a age class 12 dragon.
For sure.
We need
So
to know what a dragon like this can do.
perhaps there's a way we can thread the needle, accomplish both of these at once. We don't really need to kill the dragon. We just need the experience of defeating one in battle. Perhaps if we could defeat with the dragon, maybe it's be willing to negotiate with its life in exchange for any treasures it might have in its cave. And that exchange would involve him continuing his assault on the Matavan kingdom.
That seems good.
Perhaps, yeah. If we can negotiate
Defeat the
that.
dragon. We negotiate for 3 pieces of our choosing, and the
Sure.
dragon will be left alone.
Well, not left alone. The dragon must be compelled to continue his assault on Matava. It seems as though the dragon is already naturally motivated to do
Yeah, I
that,
think
so it
he'll
should
do that,
continue
yeah.
to do that. But that would be part of our agreement for leaving him alive. Yeah. Do we think
Yeah.
that do we think the dragon would negotiate with us on those terms, though?
I'll look to shine.
And a great worm, like Zorathis, clearly values her life. If she is in a position to bargain for it, she will. If you can defeat her while you are still a great threat, then you might be able to negotiate. But if everyone on the battlefield is near death, I think it will be quite difficult. You would need a decisive victory with the threat of death in order to pull off what you wish.
Nothing the McGarrys haven't accomplished before in front of other dragons, so.
Good. Then it should be possible, doable.
Out of character,
Sure.
Shine is going to be helping us in this fight, yeah?
Yeah.
At least with like a breath weapon.
Is
she doesn't
she?
have
Sure.
to be.
At the
She
very
should.
least, I'll say to Shine.
Is she capable of oiling herself or whatever? Can she protect against the dragon's attacks?
Your potion of oil of
Yeah, the
slipperiness
potion of
will
oil
not
isn't going to
cover.
work.
No, but it's a scroll. Yeah, if she's in human form, we can protect her with the scroll. I don't think we can protect her in.
Human
But
form.
she's immune.
breath
She's
weapon in
she's
human
immune. She's immune to its breath weapon anyway. So
She's immune to its breath weapon. And all we need her to do is like use her breath weapon. I don't think she's
Yeah.
going to be getting attacked.
She doesn't even need to get into combat. But I
She's
say
gonna
to
be fine.
Shine, with the overgrowth growing, Zarathus could be anywhere. If we were to fly over the forest, could you pinpoint its location, or at least tell us where to start searching? You've said
There's
you
only
can
one way
detect
to find
dragons.
Yeah, we can sense each other. In lairs is more difficult. When a dragon, she looks to the assembled people, noticing the great number of soldiers here. But she serves the McGarrys, and so she continues anyway. When a dragon makes a lair, it changes the area around it. When we are the first creatures of the gods. We are their favorite and chosen. And she pauses to watch the faces of people recoil and react in disgust and ridiculousness. Humans are mildly magical creatures. Dragons, we breathe it. It is part of us. We can shape the world around us as long as we are present for long enough. Zarathus has been here for centuries, millennia, in fact. The overgrowth is undoubtedly fused with her, or the other way around. Her presence will be detectable throughout the area. I should be able to find some direction, some stronger point, give us at least a region within which to search. But it will react.
Anton
It
will
will
whisper
serve her.
as this is going on. He'll whisper to Imric, I have the restoration spell. We could bait her and say that we're huge fans of her work, and we would like to give her her true power back and set a meeting. That's when we could strike.
Restore its wings.
I actually could. Give it an uplift spell, I could actually restore its wings, yes. So we're not lying.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we should do that. At least not go through with it.
At least not go through with it, yeah.
Then we'd be have two dragons to worry about. Maybe Anton, that would work. Why don't first I should contact Matava, see if I can get them to agree. Unless
Well, no, I think that
is the Queen doing that?
No, I think the new plan is we're just gonna fight the dragon, get it to where it's gonna give up. We will get some magic items, and we'll let them live. And then they're gonna keep rampaging.
Well, I thought the first
not.
thing was we were gonna reach out to Matava first, see how they felt, make a big ask. If they decide to shoot us down, then we'll just go do the dragon.
And then we do
hunt.
that. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So do we decide whether we want to let the Queen do that through like official methods, or should I contact her via a spell, or should we go there and speak to her in person? What do we think the way to do that is?
Let's get the queen to give us a letter. You contact them via spell, see if they're open to talks. We show up in person, if that's cool. We hand them a letter, and then we do the talks.
Okay. And then we'll come back and we'll fly with Shine over the overgrowth and we'll go and find the dragon.
Or you could maybe do the message thing and see if Shine would be, or Zarathus would be interested at all in the the thing. Yeah.
Okay, let's do Matava first then. So
Yep.
we'll get the Queen to write a letter, Neil, just basically asking them to stay out of the war going forward, and we will deal with the dragon.
Does she include recompense or no?
She's
Anton
not
will
going
push
to.
for it. Okay. That's fine.
We will eventually overrun the kingdom and take whatever we need. There's no point in asking for it now.
I was unable to contact her with the sending spell last time, or maybe she just ignored me.
She
But-
ignored it. We watched it, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Having got the letter then, I'll cast Sending on her. And I will say... What's her name, Neil?
The Queen of Matava?
Yeah.
I gotta look that up. Matava. Zelenia. Queen Alexandra Gorehilt.
So I'll say Queen Gorehilt. It's Imric McGarry on behalf of Queen Wick. We wish to discuss Matava's position in the war. Are you open to communications?
Yes, comes the reply.
Okay. I'll cast another sending spell. I probably don't have 2 learned, so I'll either have to wait for tomorrow or be napped or something.
I'll nap you. Nanton usually.
Yeah, but I'll send another one saying, I propose that my brothers and I will travel to your capital city, and we can hold discussions there. Is this agreeable?
Are they really that suicidal, Koibu?
Oh, that's stupid. Let's see.
I think if they say yes, then they're gonna have a plan to try and get us killed with Scoria. So
You
I would
think?
hope that they would say no. Yeah.
Well, we could be there pretty quickly. Before they got a chance to plan anything, right?
That's true. We could be there in an instant.
Yeah, we would do the same day. We're not gonna.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay.
You would send a dangler to discuss notions of state? Is this a joke?
A dangler. What?
She means a man.
Means yeah, it's a penis.
I repeat this. I say she seems offended that I've suggested that the 3 of us men should go to discuss.
We got a plan. Let's seeming ourselves as ladies.
As our wives, perhaps.
Genius.
Trickery might prove problematic if the magic is dispelled.
Trickery is indeed bad if the trick is discovered, yes. It's oftentimes how it works.
Yeah, but she's going to have a high-level wizard with her, so it's not that unreasonable that they might see through it. We could bring the queen with us.
The queen will not go. We
Then
could
what
show
should
up
we do?
as bodyguards for a lady who would like to speak.
Yeah, is there a diplomat in Drakus? We could bring with us that would act as our as our diplomats.
There are, well, a diplomat could be appointed. There's no like random diplomat hanging around in the capital with nothing to do. And every other country is either in the middle of a civil war or at war with us or completely destroyed. So
Wait,
actually,
so someone
that
could be
means-
appointed? Because if so,
Yeah.
we could put someone in there that we like.
Yep. Former diplomats would have been recalled from all other positions, and you could appoint anyone.
We could bring
very
Alexander.
quickly.
to be fair.
The
Do you not want to
Queen
just appoint our
mentions-
mom?
That's what the Queen's idea is.
We want to risk
That's
our
okay.
mom for this?
Our mom will always be safe with us, and it would be a new position of power that
Oh.
we can have a McGarry in. So I think I
Just-
would assume Tyrael would.
And
be
we could do. We could also just take Shy in female form. But I say let's-
Tyrael.
So the goal is we're going to try to take somebody to get to what, be installed as the leader of Matava?
No, she just won't negotiate with men.
She just wants someone to talk with, and she won't talk to men because men are slaves.
Why does this have to be like a super important woman then? Or what is that? I don't understand.
I'm just saying we bring a woman to act as the diplomat. Basically.
Yeah, no, I
It's not
understand. I just don't know why we
it's
would
not
risk somebody
It's
like...
not super important.
Well, now there
Perfect.
is because now there's a position that we could have made in Drakus that would be like the head diplomat, and we could install someone. It sounds like the queen's fine with it that we like.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we just
that
do our
would be
mother. I mean,
favorable
I don't think
prize.
it's that important, but I think it's better than nothing. Let's bring our mother. We can all go there now.
Is that fine?
We're risking our entire house in this one trip.
Okay, let's bring Shine then. That way, if shit goes down, she can fight.
Yeah, Shine is based, right?
Anton will say, yes, we can appoint her. Well, he'll try and get the queen to appoint her as diplomat, but we're not going to bring her this time because it's such an urgent... it's such an urgent thing that needs to happen right now, and we can't go and get her mother. But we agree that she should be the diplomat. Is the queen cool with this? And it's a needed position.
It's the sole diplomat from us to Matava, or like a new diplomat position where she's a diplomat for like everything?
It sounded like a new Drakissian diplomat.
You
Or
can do whatever you
Drekis.
want. You could appoint a permanent diplomat to Matava. You could just send one person to do
Oh,
the talking.
it's just the diplomat to Matava. It's not the diplomat of Drekis.
Yeah.
Right, there's a lot of diplomats, right?
Okay,
Okay. Yeah. So you can sort of send whoever you want to do this. You could also just pass it off to the state and not get involved if you don't want to.
We want to make it
bring
happen
Shine.
now.
Yeah, we'll bring Shine.
Let's
We're gonna
take Shine. Yeah, we go with Shine.
Shine will-
and she-
Shine will talk.
we'll-
So Shine is going to be the one to speak, and the three of you are going to go as well.
as
Yeah.
Yeah,
bodyguards,
Shine can
yeah,
literally
but-
just have like a letter from the queen saying that you're appointed to speak on behalf of Drekis, so that you represent the
course.
crown or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you're comfortable with letting a dragon speak on behalf of your human kingdom.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, great.
But
she
we
just-
tell Shine what we want, if that makes
Of course.
Yeah, obviously, I think goes without saying. Can we fly there relatively safely, Neil, and land somewhere on this road here, the 46-mile road that comes from Drakis to Zelania? You know, like if we just land on this road somewhere, then we can walk the last sort of 5 miles.
Yeah, should be easy.
Yeah, without going over any like cities of the Ballista or whatever.
Yep. I mean, Lookout Peak will have a. There are.
Well, we can go
lookouts
around
there,
that.
and there's a small fortress in the pass.
Yeah, but we can do something like this.
If you do that, you should be fine.
Yeah. Okay, I'll delete that. All right.
Why are
thank you.
we ending on that road?
Because I don't think we want to fly into the city because they're gonna freak out if a dragon flies in. So I think we end on the road and then we go in on foot.
That's
Just think it's
fine if
less-
you'd like. Yeah.
I just think it's less
I
threatening.
just don't think. Okay.
If we fly in, we could get shot down or killed or anything.
It's fine.
Okay. So, Imric, after failing the death spell,
Yeah.
somewhere in mid-September. There it is. We are going to go to Matava. We're going to say September 25. Excellent.
So we're going like the same day, Neil. Yeah, we're going like right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shine is ready. She can fly whenever she wants.
Fantastic. Just checking my spells.
Does Shine speak the language? Do we need to bring a translator?
Shine should know fucking every fucking language.
They speak it. I mean, we've been speaking to them in Drakissian and they speak it. So
If they've got
They speak
somebody,
Drakissian.
In sending.
yeah,
Okay.
somebody to treat with us, they should be able to speak the language of the biggest fucking continent right
Yeah.
next to them, right?
If words, if yeah, we can bring.
There will be translators aplenty, or you can bring a translator of your own, or I can look up Shine's spell list, which I'm doing
It's
now.
fine. Everybody has unfailing endurance. If that's fine, Neil, he always casts it. But bringing 2 conjure animals. 2 flame strikes. No, a quest and a flame strike. I might need to use that.
Okay. Off our party goes, landing on the road outside of Zelenia.
yeah, when we land,
Just quick mechanical question. I know we go over this all the time, but how is it that you fly the party there? Clearly, Tyrael can ride Dragonback, so he has no problem.
We
But
get
what
in
about the
bags
two
of
of you?
holding. She holds us.
bags
in
of
her hands.
holding.
Got it. Okay. Not a problem then. You arrive in Zelenia.
Okay, well, just before we get near the gates, I'm going to cast Prying Eyes. And when I get in the city, I want them to be like looking for signs of an ambush in the city.
Okay, can you figure out your spell list? Because I need.
Yeah.
Okay. You have haste, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I need.
your eyes will fly out up to a range of 1 mile and scour the city for ambushes.
I just want to. I'm not surprised, if there's people if there's a unit of soldiers hidden in a building, if there's archers on a roof, if there's a wizard doing something. I just want to know that we're not being ambushed. I think it would be pretty obvious because they would need to bring a lot.
The eyes are not invisible, are they?
Aren't they?
I think semi-tangible magical orbs are eyes. Subject to illusion, darkness, fog. It says nothing about them being invisible.
It's a long spell.
Yeah.
They're small and difficult to spot, it says. So yeah, they're not invisible.
Okay. Well, the guards on the walls will see the eyes coming, and they will not know what these strange eyes are.
I have them just around my head until we get into the city, so it doesn't look so... Yeah.
Just around your head, not actually. So when you get into the city, once you cross the threshold of the city, they will scour.
Guards, yeah.
Okay. It's just the 4 of you, Shine plus the 3 McGarry brothers.
True.
Yeah.
The 4 of you arrive at the gates of Zelenia. They are large. They are imposing. Atop the wall are guards in brilliant bronze armor, gleaming in the sunlight, spear tips facing in your direction. Out in front of the gate, there is a phalanx of 24 soldiers with spears all sort of pointed at your direction, large shields, and a single knight out front in plate mail, sword at her side, helmet with a large horsehair mane going vertically on it. She's tall. She's got to be like 6'2", and she will walk maybe 50 feet out in front of the phalanx and wait for the 4 of you to arrive.
Well, we stand back and let Shine go first. We stand 3 in a line behind her, I think.
Mm-hmm. Shine will approach. Go ahead.
I just got a new spear, so I'm checking my sheet. My Rohana spear, do I get anything for specialization to hit and damage, or no?
No.
You have expertise, not
I have
specialization.
expertise. So
no bonus to hit and damage.
So the Rohana spear should be 2 to hit and 2 to damage, right?
Yes, unless you have high strength.
Which you don't. And the other one should be 3 to hit, 3 to damage.
Yes.
Thank you.
Shine will walk forward and begin to speak with the knight. A short discussion will ensue, and Shine will turn to you and wave the 3 of you forward. The phalanx will part, both sides facing in. You'll have to walk between the spears to enter the city. You can see more guards on the walls with bows, ballistas, swords, spears. But the gates are opened, and the path towards the capital is laid bare.
Yeah, I think we walk in. Just in case it needs saying, I do have stone skin cast on myself.
It does absolutely need saying, yes.
Yeah.
Does everyone have stone skin, or is it just you?
Just me.
Nice.
Get it.
Emmerich is the selfish wizard.
Selfish wizard's a wizard who lives a long time.
Yeah,
We're not
lives
planning to get
alone.
into a fight. We'll be all right.
I would have divined this. Are we going to get into Are we going to get in physical conflict before we enter? Are we going to get into a physical altercation in Matava?
Is there a
And then it's
chance?
roll. Yeah, you gotta roll it though, but you tell me if I pass it.
You got like a, what is it, 85, 86%?
87, I think. Oh, Rohana's is a +3.
Words will direct spears. Comes back your divination.
All right.
That means it's time to talk shit.
So we walk in behind Shine.
You walk in behind Shine, past the guards, or through the phalanx of guards, underneath the grand gates, which proceed to close behind you.
Do the ladies swoon over us?
Not a single one. But
Felt
the
it.
men look on in wonder at the three of you walking behind Shine, clad in your dragon armor. You can see that they have large brass collars round their neck that, hold them on the neck and then also go out to the side with holes in them as if things are to attach. They wear like leather coifs around their necks to prevent the chafing of the bronze on their skin. They
Anton
wear
will-
little in the way of clothes, carry large loads, moving vegetables from market to houses, carrying
Anton will give him like a
pottery.
peace sign, but it's very obvious, like it's a Velthara V. And he hopes that inspires them.
I look up in the sky now. Do I see my message?
No, your message has since been dispelled.
Unfortunately.
Yes. Why don't we take our
Um,
first break as we walk through Zelenia to speak with the Matavan Queen.
Right.
We'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Through the streets of Zelenia, we march.
I want to make it clear that Anton
Uh-oh.
is like trying to somehow let these people know that he isn't going to let this stand, or like that he sees them. So he wants to inspire some sort of hope. He's not gonna do a speech, but he's gonna,
Tell me how that's done.
he's gonna give nods to the men that he sees, who are in chains. He's going to flash the Velthara symbol. Every once in a while, if he sees like a child who is a man-child or whatever, like running around, he's gonna point to the amulet and give him like a gentle nod. He's just trying to let them know that he's Velthara's chosen. He isn't gonna let this stand, and it won't be handled.
Then I will call out to you specific things that I would have just washed over for the rest of the party, but you will see generally two classes of men in this city. You will see men who wear loincloths, and then you will see men who do not and have clearly had below-the-belt amputations. Many eunuchs in this town. And I would say the ratio of eunuch to intact man is about 50-50, at least from what you've seen in the short walk through this area. It might be, drastically in one direction or the other, but it's hard to keep track and count. So ballpark.
Do the units walk around like normal people, or?
Yes. From the limited interaction that you've been able to see around here, they're all doing stuff. They all have a job at hand. Someone might be carrying supplies or moving a cart or just, walking somewhere with probably intent to do something. You haven't really noticed a difference in the roles and duties between eunuchs and intact men. There's not a lot of time to really investigate what's happening here, but you definitely do see these two people as different classes. And we're, of course, assuming that those who wear loincloths are still intact. You haven't had a chance to lift them up and see what's going on underneath.
Yep. Okay. Anton will take a mental note that he's going to deal with this before he goes to Solemn. Even if Velthara's angry about it.
As we are approaching what looks like our final destination, wherever we're going to be talking, I do have my Ring of Seeing on. I want to activate that since it lasts for 30 minutes, just so I can see if anybody's creeping around or sneaking or up to no good.
No one was beating someone in the streets, right?
No, you see no
Okay.
beatings in the streets.
Good.
Give me a perception check, Mr. Tyrael, with your Ring of True Seeing.
Oh, you're going to make me perception check?
I am.
Well, you're going to regret this, okay? You're going to wish I never rolled. 1 sec.
Just got to hop into roll 20 first.
Good enough.
There you go.
Yeah. You will see that, sure enough, going along the rooftops with you is an invisible stalker of some kind. It's a woman. She is moving from one rooftop to another, sort of climbing down ladders that adjoin them. If there is a large gap where an alley might be, she is strong and dexterous enough to take a flying leap from one side to the other and keep following from above, keeping an eye, watching the procession down below.
Cool.
Okay.
My eyes don't report any ambushes.
Let's talk about the eyes as you walk through the city, because you've got these eyes swirling around you. And when is it that you deploy them from you, and how is it that you deploy them from you?
Well, I was envisioning us walking through the streets freely, but we're not. We're kind of being escorted, right?
Yes, there are soldiers behind you. There are soldiers in front of you. There is the woman who was walking, who met Shine, and the two of them are walking ahead of the three of you.
I mean, I'll give them like the command, like fly upwards, then spread out and search the city for signs of ambush.
Excellent.
So I guess
and the
they kinda
moment
go
you
up
set
and then-
them to fly upwards, the soldiers all around you strike out at them. Those with bows will take shots at eyes. Those with spears will stab at them within range, but otherwise hold on to their spears because you are quite dangerous, they presume. And the whole procession will come to a immediate halt, and spears will come down in a bristling pike formation at the four of you. The person who met Shine out front will stand, will whirl away from Shine, put her hand on her sword, draw it a quarter of the way out, but not all the way, and brace herself for combat. What is the AC of your eyes?
Let's see. AC 16,
Okay,
and
they're
they've got
gonna
1
be
hit points.
15 or better to hit, so 5 eyes will be shot down immediately, and I think we can get maybe 4 spear attacks.
How many eyes did you have? Did you roll?
6 eyes will be shot down in the first round.
16.
16. Yeah, so there are still 10 more that begin to scatter and fly about. And in this moment, the person who met you will call out to Shine. Why have these men... what are these men doing with their magics? Keep them in line. And Shine, who serves you, can't exactly issue an order.
I give her a nod if she looks at me.
She can. Come on, we're not dumb fucks.
We understand what's
looks
happening here.
At you with like big wide eyes, and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, making sure we don't get ambushed. But can I call them back?
Can you call them back? Is that a property of your spell, or are they out until they return of their own accord?
I think they're just out until. If an eye is ever more than 1 mile distant from the wizard, it instantly ceases to exist. I don't think I can call them back. I will speak out and say in Eridonian.
Anton will put a hand on your shoulder if he sees you're going to speak, and just whisper to you. Just let Shine deal with it.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything here.
Yeah, you fucked up. Just leave it.
I put my hands up like this. Sorry.
Shine tries to placate the officer, speaking in Dracissian. Please, the wizard does not understand his own... He's simply looking to make sure that there's no danger around. Those eyes present no problem to your people, as the second volley of archer shots will shoot at eyes that are scouring the area.
These people must fucking hate us, right? Because we literally went into
now.
Vallara and just wiped out.
Well, not only that, but you're literally invited here, and now you're like shooting.
This was dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, eyes everywhere. Like, it's gonna look really fucking weird.
The officer finishes drawing her sword, points it towards the ground, and tells Shine that if the wizard wishes to progress any further, he must immediately hand over all spell components and magical items, else he can wait outside the city. Shine will walk back to the three of you and lean in and say, "Okay, we have a problem. Did you hear that, Imric?"
I did. Don't worry, I'll leave.
I think it's best that you do.
I cast polymorph and fly out.
Anton looks at Tyrael and is just like,
You begin chanting the words.
No, it's from the ring. From the ring. From the ring. From the ring.
From the ring. Got it.
Yeah,
What do you
that was
polymorph
never-
into?
Just a
was the
spiral.
ring given to you?
Oh, well, I cast it. I cast it, and then I've got a round to think before I use it. So I'll cast polymorph on myself, but I won't turn, and I'll just go and walk out. I mean, like, how do they want me to
The
leave?
issue is your spellcasting.
There's soldiers behind me, so what do you want me to do?
What do you mean you cast it and wait a
Well,
turn? Doesn't it
I
change
cast-
transform you right away?
Not necessarily, no. I just cast polymorph. I now have the ability to turn. It takes a round.
We haven't
a
explicitly
spell.
talked about this. Have I given you everything back yet, or?
Oh, I'm assuming you gave me the ring back.
Well, and I have the teleportation amulet, so we need to be on the same page. Did I give you both of these things back? I'm assuming we would have, right?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. So you're just our
Here's
only
some-
means of escape of just flying away from us. That's okay though. I was just making
We
sure.
have a
we knew.
dragon. It's fine.
Yeah, of course. An invincible.
Should I admit? I probably
you-
do think about handing you the amulet before I leave.
No, you don't. You just polymorph and fly off because you're having a little temper tantrum. But that's
You
fine.
use the ring, you cast polymorph self from it on yourself.
Yeah.
Shine, after you've said that you're going to leave, Shine looks to Tyrael and Anton and says, "If we are here to speak with these people, we should be careful not to give them a reason to fight. This could easily turn into a bloodbath. One, I'm sure we would win, but if that is not our goal, then we should behave ourselves."
I know.
Very wise
Of course.
words.
Imric is the youngest,
He's the
right? Or is
younger
it
brother.
Anton? Yeah.
Yeah. Do they
He's-
escort me out, or how do I get out?
But you said you just flew away.
No, I just cast polymorph. I don't turn. I'm just gonna walk out.
Shine turns back to the officer and tells her that Imric will leave the city, and she gives a whistle to the guards behind, and the 12 behind you will part and allow you to march back out, their spears still pointed, giving you a narrow path in which to walk while the spear, without touching any of the spears, and then will fall in behind you and escort you to the edge of the city, leaving through the gates with you and standing within 10 feet of you as you wait outside the city in the sun.
I wait there, watch. I look at the guards. I give one of them a wink.
This is the problem with intact males, see? They're just way too many attitude problems.
True.
I guess I'll just stand there while
Anton will
stand with the
point to one
guards.
of the eunuchs slyly, so they didn't see, and he'll be like, maybe we need to do that to Emmerich.
Wow. Shake my head. SMH.
Once Imric has left, the procession will continue. Half the guards from the front will shift to the back. Now there's only 6 with you, plus the officer. And you can march through the city streets this way. The invisible one does stop following you, Tyrael, and you notice that she goes rooftop to rooftop back towards the front of town.
Okay.
15 minutes later, after walking through the grand streets of Zelenia, filled with tapestries and restaurants and dining places, all catered by slave males everywhere,
Is it
you
nice
find
here?
yourself. Oh yeah, it's beautiful, and it's like there's no smell. Everything is clean all the time. There's nice stuff on high display. You come to the palace at the heart of Zelenia. A large moat wraps all the way around it, maybe 40 feet across at the top and 35 feet across at the bottom because the walls are ever so slightly sloped. Beyond the moat is just a palace without a large wall around it. Some like small walls and minarets will stand up, but they're not particularly defensive. Like they might hold out thieves or normal folks, but they wouldn't really stand well against an invading force. There's a large wooden bridge that crosses the moat, maybe 15, 20 feet wide. You don't notice any drawbridge mechanisms. You don't notice any like way to fold it up to defend the palace within. The palace is made of some sort of like rose-colored sandstone, and it has these like very gentle, delicate curves with these like nice little buttresses and elaborate details. It looks palatial. And following the guards and the knights and the soldiers, you can walk in. Let me get the right tracks here. Yes, you can walk in to the sounds of harps and light-stringed instruments. You can walk past the palace guards, who will, sort of change places with the city guard. City guard walks you to the palace. The palace guard will walk you the rest of the way. They have slightly different armor with different trappings.
Plate?
A half plate.
Okay.
So like breastplate, breast and back plate with chain limbs.
Chain limbs.
Yeah. Spears, shields. And they will walk you into the palace. You'll notice most of the doors here are closed, creating sort of like a narrow funnel that just walks from the front door right into the main throne room. in the throne room, there are musicians, there are painters, there are artists. The walls are
All
studded
female.
with servants. Yeah. The walls are studded with servants holding silver platters upon which, drinks and food are ready and available.
Servants are male.
At the back of the room, on a raised dais, is what must be the Queen of Zelenia, Queen Alexandra Gorehilt, and surrounding her are 12 heavily armed and armored guards, 2 clear wizards, 2 clear clerics.
Clerics
The one of Martha, one of Rossi. And
She hot?
Shine. Which one, the queen or the clerics?
The queen.
She's got that, I'm probably an average woman, but I've got time and money and servants to make me look nice, so like, I'm awesome, but if I were just a regular poor person, I'd probably be pretty average look about her.
She got the girl next door look, but she's rich.
Sure. Yeah,
Good.
the rich girl next door, absolutely. You will be brought in. The music doesn't
I give a nod
stop.
to the clerics.
They will nod in respect to you. They may
They've
come
never
from
seen a
different
chosen
society.
before.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
a cleric is still a cleric. Your maleness aside, your dangling bits aside, you are still a chosen servant of the gods, and they will have more respect for you than anyone else here. The music doesn't stop. The artists drawing and painting do not stop. There's someone over there carving wood. There are impressive male specimens standing and posing for sculptors and painters alike. There's sort of a casual, gentle, relaxed atmosphere, almost hedonistic in this room as, noble women lay about on chaise lounges being fed grapes and honeyed wine, except for the queen at the back, surrounded by bristling warriors,
Is she scared?
spellcasters, and at the front gates where there are also more warriors. The people who were following you sort of fan out behind you, uncomfortably close, but enough distance that you can still move about. The knight who has been leading you will announce your presence to the room. She will say it in Matavan, which I don't think any of you speak, and Shine will sort of whisper back in your direction. I think she's introducing us. And after a few moments, the queen will rise.
Does she
from her
introduce
chair.
the men?
It's all in Matavan. You don't know.
Is the
It's just-
name?
You don't really catch any of these things. It's sort of blah 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 blah.
So I don't hear like Anton McGarry or. Okay, thank you.
Definitely not. And eventually the queen will rise from her chair, step forward, a few guards moving with her, keeping her in close proximity, and call out, Shine, I hear tell you are a golden dragon. Is this true? And Shine will nod her head. And you speak on behalf of these Dracissians? And Shine will nod her head. And you have come to negotiate, and they trust you. And Shine will nod her head. And the queen will nod as well, understanding the situation. And these men behind you, are these the famed dragon slayers of Drekis? And Shine will motion to the two of you. This is Lord Tyrael McGarry and his brother, Father Anton McGarry.
Anton is probably giving like the death stare to the lady.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling because I don't want to absolutely fucking destroy this mission, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shine-
I out of character don't want to either, but Anton would be very upset.
Yeah. Shine gives you the proposition. McGarry brothers will slay the dragon. In exchange, Matava will leave the war. And the Matavan queen will tell you that the Queen of Drekis is most wise and most powerful. She has built a powerful army. She has mustered great warriors, even if her taste in them is mistaken. Even barbaric tribes can grow to great strength. Shine sort of stands awkwardly, shifting her weight between her feet.
Is she speaking this in a language that we understand, or is Shine
Yeah,
translating
she's
this?
speaking in Dracissian.
Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure. Okay.
She's well educated.
Just, they know that we're the three that came and fucked their shit up, right?
Oh yeah, they know.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
That's fine.
Absolutely. The Matavan queen will walk forward,
Her
walk
guards
up to
move with her.
Shine. half the guard will move with her, half will stay on the dais.
So if I wanted to, right now, I could kill her. She's in my range. I pull the spear out of my amulet and I get an attack. I'm not going to, but I want to set the scene. Where are the guards?
Right, so there are 3 on her left side, 3 on her right side, 3 backs surrounding the throne.
Okay.
As she walks forward. And she comes up to Shine, and Shine is maybe a few feet in front of you. So you could draw your spear, but we'd have to roll initiative, and everyone is sort of like tensed for battle, yeah. And she will reach out a hand to shake Shine's. I mentioned, like, you feel human. Is this an innate power or something that one of the Megaries have done to you? And Shine will say, this is, power of my own accord. I have been given permission on behalf of Queen Wick to present these negotiations, hands over a letter, a little bit of chit-chat, and then the Queen will push past Shine to look at the two of you. Now she comes within easy striking range. And she seems unconcerned about this. Her guards, however, are like super tense. You can see that some of them have hands on blades. Some of them have like drawn the swords already a quarter inch. They're just waiting. They're just waiting for you to give them an opportunity to turn this into a fight. She will look from one brother to the other and then to Tyrael. You are the eldest, aren't you?
Indeed.
You have no problem with this arrangement?
I don't believe so, no.
She looks over to Imric and gets a couple feet closer. Comes up to like real close range. You could stab her right now. There wouldn't be anything anyone could do. You definitely get an attack of opportunity before anyone else. Are you feeling okay, sir?
Anton will nod slowly. Feel just fine.
You seem a little tense.
He'll motion and point. So if the guards want to get crazy, they can. He'll be like, they seem more tense. Especially when he'll stop himself.
She seems satisfied. She walks back to Shine and says, your queen is a strong and wise woman. You have us at your mercy. We've always traded with those who are stronger. We have never aligned ourselves with the less civilized kingdoms outside our borders, so we will do what is in our own interest. And for now, we will stop working with the Mystrians. We will pull back our ships. We will stop moving trade. If, and only if, you can deal with the dragon Zorathis. Shine agrees. The queen agrees. And she offers to, Shine, stay a while. Sit with us. Enjoy the favors of the area. We've never had a magnificent creature such as you, such a powerful woman here among us. Would you not stay for a week and talk with us? Teach us of your ways. Perhaps we can learn something of the Drakissians. Maybe there is goodwill to be established here. Send your men home alone if they can make the journey back alive. Shine will turn back to the two brothers for just a brief moment and give you like the slightest of head shakes before returning to the Matavan Queen and say, I believe the war keeps us busy. I am not simply a diplomat. I am also an asset to the kingdom, and we must leave today if it is permissible. Matavan Queen relents and motions to the door. Shine walks back to the two of you. Anything else? We should go now.
Did we want to ask for any more concessions, or are we just happy with this for now?
I think the queen had said no more concessions. We'll just...
Yeah, the queen said no.
Okay. All right,
the queen said no more concessions.
Yeah, we're fine.
Unless they want to give us some scrolls to kill the thing.
I think we can handle everything at this point. Now we just go slay the dragon, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Well then, you can easily walk out and be escorted back out to the city. And an hour later, Imric, an hour later, the gates will open and your brothers and Shine will walk on out. The guards will quickly fall back within the walls. Your eyes never return to you. All the others that fled through the city have been shot down eventually.
Sadly, I was chatting to some of the guards. If they were all like lined up in front of me, I would have just like talked at them, telling them stories of my escapades. Not like
Escapades.
like my, my
Younger
womanizing.
years.
Yeah.
You tell them stories of your life of dating.
Yeah. Well, I start off. I slip it in there. I'm not obscene about it. I just start telling them about myself and drop in the odd story like that to trigger them.
Was
No
anyone
one finds
interested?
anything.
And they, well-trained guards, say nothing the whole time.
So my brothers are here. Well, seems I must be leaving. But if you ever find yourself in the area, get in touch. I say to the most attractive of the guards, and then we'll leave.
Okay. Back on the road again. You can hop in your bags of holding and fly back to the capital.
Again. Well, are we going back to the capital? Or should we just?
Let's just go kill it if we can.
It's a dragon slaying time. I mean, could I have better spells for slaying a dragon? Maybe, but I kind of need to be.
What is the breath weapon of this dragon again? Is it fire?
Chlorine
It's
gas.
gas, and it should be dealt with. We have protection controls from it.
And
How
we're
many
saying
scrolls did we have?
Fuck, I remember. 3?
I think
2?
I've got them on my sheet. I think
Shine is
Yeah,
immune
give
to
me
the
one.
gas.
we've
attack?
got 2.
Well,
Shine is, yeah.
We will make sure and ask Shine, are you immune to the gaseous breath weapon? Because in the book it says they are.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure in this,
Who wants the second scroll? Of you two.
Me.
No, I'll
Okay,
take
I'll
it.
Okay, I give 1 protection from gas scroll to Tyrell.
No,
It's
I'm
probably
just-
better because
no.
it's probably better because Anton can cast a buff while you cast a scroll.
Well, but wait, you have the other HP amulet, don't you?
Yeah.
So I think
No, but it's
It's the
AoE.
Oh,
That's fine.
okay.
'Cause I can cast a buff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I want to stone skin you guys before we actually go
Oh
to
yeah?
fight the dragons.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
I can nap you if you'd like to nap in a nice meadow out here.
Yeah, if it's not the same day as you napped me before.
It's not.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine. All right, you nap me. We can sleep in the meadow and we can get ready to go. I'll rejig. Well, it's
Question,
bet. It's
Do we
bet. Sorry,
want... Oh, sorry. Righteous
It's
wrath
bet-
of faithful. Do we want that or not?
I don't think it's worth it.
Okay.
If they retreat from the fight and then we're fucked.
But anyways, just make sure.
It's worth it to wait another day because then I can have my 4th level slots back because I can like cast the stone skins and then nap and get my slots back.
Sure, that's fine. We can wait a day instead of napping.
Yeah, there's no reason to
Yeah.
rush, right?
Yep. Yeah.
No. So we'll just wait a day and then in the morning I'll buff you guys and then I'll nap and relearn my spells.
Yes, Shine is immune to fire and gas.
Based.
Am I under the
Beast.
assumption if I summon a fucking elephant that it's gonna be able to hit the dragon? Or do you need like magic to hit it? It's a magical elephant. Or it's a real elephant that got pulled over by magic.
There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to hit a dragon with an elephant. Dragons do not need magical weapons to be struck.
Oh, okay. I thought they did.
Ranged attacks, less. Just working out my spell casting here, Neil.
Yeah.
You
So we're
slippery.
gonna spend a night here in the Matavan Plain.
No. We'll fly
Huh?
out and spend a night.
Hey, let's sleep here in the meadows. Why not?
I can think of a few reasons why not.
Well, the only reason would be if the dragon finds us, but I don't think that's gonna happen, right? If he hasn't,
Okay.
if it doesn't like attacking the city or anything.
Yeah, I was just gonna think we fly over to our area, but that's fine if you guys want to do it. Anton doth not protest too much.
Wait, hold on, never mind. The music changed. I think we should go back to our lands. Tyrael looks around and he hears the.
He hears it's a little sketchy here. Nope, they want to stay, Koibu. We're staying.
We do want
Yeah,
to
we're
stay.
staying.
They're beautiful meadows.
Okay.
The men are gonna come and ask us to save them. I'm going to remove the quest spell and actually take Dispel Evil. Just in, just in case. I might try and cast it. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rejigging my spells for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Righteous Wrath of the Faithful as well. Not gonna maybe use it, but it's nice to have it if it's needed.
Nice to have. Tyrell, how much do you have a bonus to strength?
I have 17 strength, so what bonus? What are you asking me?
Like, how much do you get from magic already? Is it +3?
From like how much of my strength is magically augmented?
Yeah, because it won't stack. Yeah, I can cast. I might be able to cast a spell to buff your strength.
I get
but it won't stack.
+4 strength from my girdle of strength, I believe.
You get +4.
I get +3 from mine. I'm at 15.
Still worth. Okay. Okay. Do you want to check my spell list, Neil? It's on my character sheet. But this is the next morning. If we're getting attacked in the night, my spell list is still what's in the chat.
So, how many stones you will have cast stone skin on all brothers?
I will have,
And then
yes.
you're gonna get napped. Okay.
Yeah, and Ultravision too. Stone Skin and Ultravision, and then I'll be napped, and I'll relearn those slots. But if we're getting attacked in the night, though, I won't have that obviously set up yet.
Right. And what level is Ultravision?
4.
Okay.
But I can cast it lower. I can use level 5 or 6 slots to cast it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll 3 Ultravisions or 4? Are you casting one on Shine?
No, I don't think Shine needs it, does she?
It's your call.
Well, yeah, fuck it, I'll cast it on both. I'll Stone Skin
No,
and Ultravision on everyone.
dragon
so
must be able to
it's 8
see,
slots.
have ultravision or some shit. No, I feel like there's no way you could just sneak up on a dragon and it's dark out, right?
It might have Infravision. Ultravision's slightly better, so
Okay.
yeah.
That means after casting your spells, it'll take you 6 hours to relearn them. So it'll take it'll probably take you 6 hours to learn the spells, cast them on folks, an hour to nap, and then 6 more hours to relearn the spells. So that means if we're going to the overgrowth, it'll be at nighttime. Or we're gonna need to cast fewer spells because the relearn time is so long.
Yeah, well, it is quite long, isn't it? I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
It's 40 minutes a spell.
for 4th level
Okay.
and 50 minutes per spell for 5th level. Although I guess they're all 4th level that you're casting, so hold on, that's...
Well, I'll drop the Ultravision on Anton and Shine. I'll just do Ultravision on me and Tyrell. So
I
it's
don't
6
get it.
spells.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that should
So
give us enough.
40 times 6 is 240 minutes, times 2 is 480, because you cast and then you relearn. Actually, you relearn some 5th one, so it'll be another 30 minutes there. Or some 20 or 30 minutes there.
Yeah.
And then the hour of sleeping, so that's 570 minutes. So it'll be 9.5 hours from waking until you're ready to leave for the overgrowth with all
So
your
I
spells
get
cast.
an early night.
Mm-hmm.
So I can start this process. I want to make it so that I've learned the first set of spells by the time they're waking up. So at sunrise, I'm already ready to start casting the stone skins, and then I'll nap and relearn, and then we can go.
And we didn't bring any tents or anything like that, so we're sleeping kind of rough. I mean,
We're
it's the
rough,
middle of
yeah.
summer.
We've got,
it's
like, bed rolls, I
September,
mean.
It's nice
Yeah.
weather.
You can check my spell list. I'm not going to be changing anything. I don't know if you want to just get a visual of it. I'm going to cast Divination and Consequence, because you always cast these spells, you know, if the DM's got any hints.
Taking a look at your spell list here. Wowie, it's owie.
Yeah.
You are casting Divination and Consequence.
Right. Take those. Oh.
I'm just going to put your Divination spell in chat so I can read it again. Where's it hiding?
I'd put it in chat.
Thank
and
you.
I'll also put Consequence.
Thank you. So divination requires a question. Will we do well if we venture to the 3rd level, for example? And what is the question you are asking with divination?
Will we do well if we fight Zarathus today? Great danger, but Your spears may aid you and guide you. Well,
Zorothus and the wood are ancient. Beware their magics.
Spooky.
spooky.
And consequence. By casting a spell, the priest can determine whether the sequence or situation that gave rise to a specific event is complete or whether it is ongoing, whether it was significant or insignificant in the larger picture, whether it will continue to have repercussions for the participants. Using his knowledge of the circumstances, the DM communicates these facts to the caster's player. This arcane message is normally straightforward and easy to understand, but in the case of highly complex circumstances, the message might be cryptic. In any case, it will always be truthful. For example, consider a priest and his party who are on a holy quest to retrieve an item of power. On the way to the location of the item, the party is ambushed by evil creatures from the inner planes, but manages to defeat them. Concerned these might be outlaying guards. The priest casts consequence, hoping for guidance. The DM knows these creatures have nothing to do with the quest. The encounter was coincidental. However, the surviving monsters will soon be returning with reinforcements to avenge their dead. Therefore, the DM tells the priest player, to your goals, these have no place, but they still cause more woe. Casting the spell taints subsequent castings, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so...
Mine's
you
gonna be
were looking-
more, what is the consequence of sparing Zorothus?
Well, yeah.
Like, if we chose to spare her, what's the consequence?
We've made the deal with Matava now, though.
So, consequence is more after the fact.
After the fact?
It's,
Okay.
Yeah, to determine how one recent event fits into the grand scheme. So,
What's the consequence of making the deal with Matava?
Mystria will starve this winter.
Nice.
I let him know that we might not want to fight in the overgrowth, and we might actually want to wait for when they're attacking Yunta, or they're attacking Lyra again. It seems like the magics of the forest are going to be wacky.
We could be waiting for months for the dragon to show its face. And it could be in a place where we can't get to easily. If we're going to do this, I think we need to take the fight to her. But I don't know what our older brother thinks.
I mean, we can ask Shine. Shine mentioned earlier in the capital that dragons' lairs and the areas surrounding them tend to exhibit strange properties. Is there something that would be prohibitive here about us hunting this dragon and its lair? I mean, we've killed how many dragons in their lairs so far? What, like 3 or 4 big ones? Like,
This is the biggest we'll have faced.
True.
We could still go with Anton's plan to try and offer the dragon a deal, although when I've spoken to it in the past, it's offered the information that it doesn't trust me.
well, we can't offer a deal until it knows it needs to take a deal, right? The dragon needs to
Well-
know that we can kill it and feel threatened for it to even begin to...
The deal would be, it would be just a beneficial one to the dragon, which is me giving giving him its wings back. We would say that we're most happy with what you've done in Matava. We want to give you a boon for the great
Oh, sure.
whatever you caused us.
I mean, there's no... What? Well, are we planning
There's
on
no
not getting...
harm in doing it. I don't
Well,
think,
hold on. We're not
in
going to...
offering it.
Are we not going to get any gear, anything from the dragon then? Or are we going to try to
Yeah.
trade for gear as well? Is
No,
that-
he's saying to lure it into a fight. Like
It'd be to
into-
lure it
it's a
into a
lie.
fight, and then to get the gear, I would assume we have the potion of treasure finding, right?
I
Maybe,
do have that, but that potion
also-
sucks. It's like within like 100 yards
Yeah,
or
I
something.
know.
Yeah.
But also
We
we,
could
do have
maybe find
Shrine
its
who
lair.
could maybe find a dragon lair.
We could
I-
use
I'll
that.
yeah.
The creatures in the forest will know where it is, so using locate landmark, I should be able to find it. So we can try that. I doubt it will work.
I doubt it will work too, but it's a.
Well, I will get some sleep, and in the morning, when I cast our buffs, I will use sending on the dragon as well. I'll need to sleep, otherwise we won't be setting off until the sun has already set.
Okay. Go to bed.
Yeah, so I will go to sleep now.
This is that same day out
Um,
here in the plains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That night, Anton is going to pray to Velthara inside of this area and plea with her for him to be able to come and, what's the word? Not quell. He wants to come and, like, kill everybody here. What did Arthas do? Arthas, he, like, went into Stratholme and he... Fuck. what's the word?
Cold. The culling of
Cold,
Stratholme.
yeah. Anton is basically praying to cull Zelenia,
Jesus.
like this area, and see if she will be most okay with wrecking some vengeance here, and then him immediately going to Solemn. This really touched him.
This is not your fight. She lets you know.
It's fine. He's upset, but
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Does anything happen that night?
The night passes without a trace.
In the morning, then, after I learn my spells, just as the two of them are probably waking up, I'll sending Zorathis, and I'll say, Zorathis, it is
Wait,
your
before
friend.
you go?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do this, but say we're most impressed with your destruction of Zelenia, or whatever this place is called, but we think you could do better. We have a boon to offer you. Maybe phrase it like that, so there's like a reason for it.
Okay. Zorathis, it is your friend Imric Magari. I am impressed by your work in Valara, and I would like to reward you. My brother can restore your wings. Would you be interested in meeting? Oh, in fact, I'll say, meet us in the ruins of Valara at sunset. Does that work? Or maybe that's a bad place to do it. I'll set it up.
In the ruins of Valara, you said?
Yeah, I mean, that's still in the overgrowth, so maybe that's not what we want.
Starting to retake, but it's not perfect.
Yeah.
So it's probably a nice meeting ground for them because they're comforted by their trees. But for us, it's not 100% overtaken, we would assume. So, yeah.
Well,
So that's sending, so I can reply.
you send this message. Zorathis clearly receives the message and sends the reply, "Meet me in the overgrowth, and we shall talk."
Valara's kind of the overgrowth. Let's just go there. The overgrowth is such a big fucking area. Doesn't mean anything.
When you guys start to wake up, in fact, after this, I'll like wake you guys up and I'll say, "Come on, we must get on our feet and get our magics cast and be traveling." I sent a message to Zorathis, offering to meet in the ruins of Valara, but she declined and said she wishes to talk. Meet her in the overgrowth. So, I suggest we head there first.
Are we gonna know where in the overgrowth to go?
No, but we'll try Valara first.
Okay.
And then see what Shine can do. So I cast Stone Skin on everyone, and then Ultra Vision on me and Serial.
And I believe our goal for this fight is you're going to mainly be breath weaponing. I don't think that we want you in there going blow for blow.
It's difficult to breathe my fire on another dragon without catching the things around it.
I think it's a big dragon. We should be able to handle it. We need you to use your intelligence as best you can and see if you can find an angle to hit it. It should be fine.
You don't mind being clipped?
Not what we said.
She nods her head in understanding. I shall do my best. Stay back. If you let me open with fire,
Yeah.
you can then close.
Understood.
She was present for Imric's words, so she will say to you, "Are we speaking with her? Are we negotiating? Or is this a ploy? I want to be certain. If I have an angle while we speak, should I start the fight?"
It's a ploy. We wish to kill it.
We can't give
Understood.
this dragon its wings back. It would just become Scoria.
Understood. Shine swallows hard. She may have gotten rid of the dragon's main weapons, but in exchange, she's still killing
dragons.
her own kind.
Well, you know, you win some, you lose some,
She's
Shine.
killing evil dragons, though.
Well, she
She
also
is
thought the
on
dragon's
board.
main weapons were an existential threat for all of dragonkind. This is just
Some dragons.
Cracking a few eggs.
Mm-hmm.
This is her this is her penance, you know?
She is here. And she'll take you onto her wings, Tyrael. She'll put the others in the bags and fly from the pastures to Yunta. Beyond Yunta, there's a great forest, the undergrowth. It's fairly patchy, but it's possible that a well-camouflaged creature could lie within. So she'll land the party, maybe not directly in Yunta, but sort of fly around Yunta and land on the outskirts, just inside the undergrowth, just beyond the Yunta River, just out of range of the ballistas.
Give everybody
Are we
cloak of
still
bravery.
and are we still under the understanding that I believe Shine said that she could feel the presence of other dragons, right?
Yeah.
Or am I making this up? Right. Okay. So we shouldn't be like just mysteriously ambushed. I would hope.
Yeah. Here, she'll take people out of the bags. Would you like me to take you all the way to Valara, or shall we walk in? We still have a few hours of daylight.
Probably be better to walk the distance we can.
We'll be in Valara by nightfall then. And on foot. With Shine still in dragon form, you can walk. In fact, at this point you can ride. She's not flying, so it's easy enough just to sit on her back. A little bit uncomfortable for those of you without a saddle, because she does have like a ridge of spikes that go down her back.
Yeah,
You can kind of find a way in between them, but they're not super comfy. And the party can walk the road through the undergrowth. It's on this road that you notice something suspicious.
Oh yeah.
You come across footprints, dragon footprints, but they are too big. Shine puts her foot in one for measurement, and this footprint is probably like twice the size of Shine's. It's huge, it's ginormous. Shine will look to the three of you when she does this and measures and looks at you. Zorathis is no ordinary dragon, I fear.
Perhaps it casts enlarge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how big is it? Is it like 2 times? Like, would we be like, oh, this is
About twice the area of Shine, or twice the diameter of Shine's footprint.
Does that sound like an enlarge spell for a dragon?
Yeah. It does. It means that her blows will be damaging, but hopefully our stone skin should let us survive long enough.
I can ask Shine. Does she feel comfortable? Can you see? Will you detect when this dragon is close by? Should I activate a ring of seeing so that I can see if he's invisible near us, or?
This is not her woods. His woods? This is not the woods.
Okay.
I do not feel Zorathis near us anywhere. I will let you know when it is time to use the ring.
Okay.
Okay, so we walk to the ruins of Valara. We can probably find somewhere to rest there, do you think? Or do we just keep going?
I don't think we're sleeping here during the night. Not here. Like we keep
You
going.
get to Valara. It's completely destroyed. Nothing left. The only part of Valara standing are some of the walls, you know, a wall here or there, and the bridge that crosses the river. You get back to the site of the battle. Corpses still litter the area, but not the ones from your battle. Different corpses now, all over the place. Some of them have little grasses and trees and flowers sprouting from them. The streets are covered with rats that scurry as you approach. Shine will let out a few small gouts of flame to scare away the creatures and provide some light as you make your way through Valara. Beyond it are the plains, which are slowly being retaken by trees. And beyond that, hundreds of yards out, are the overgrowth. Massive, giant trees. Some of them are 40 or 50 feet in diameter. They reach hundreds of feet into the air.
That's pretty tall.
Pretty cool, yeah.
And the party leaves Valara for the overgrowth? Stays in Valara for the night?
How late is it?
Contact.
Did it just hit night, or are we like?
It is late in the evening. Or
I mean,
late
I'll
in the
ask.
afternoon before the evening.
I'll ask Shine if she feels the presence of the dragon at all, or.
Not here, but that beyond the plains, somewhere out there, I can sense her influence on the land.
Judgment call on Shine. We have all of our buffs. We're ready. I mean, this is the best it's gonna get probably.
Well, traveling at night could be more dangerous, but
I don't
maybe
know if
not.
night really is
have
that
infravision.
significant. I'm not really worried about traveling at night. It's just traveling into like a prepared
Yeah.
arena.
We can't wait, says Shine. If we wait, we will be vulnerable while Imric sleeps and casts his spells again. Stone skins will wear off while while ultravisions are being cast.
Okay.
Very wise. Let's go.
I ask Anton. Scoria has not moved, yeah?
I look.
Scoria's in High Meadow,
Where's that?
just south of
Bel Air.
Dragon Peak. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
just nearby.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
we'll
not a big
be
deal.
there soon enough.
It's fine.
Okay, we go.
Into the
sh-
overgrowth.
Shine, is it not? Rather than walking through the whole forest, do you think you'd be able to get us closer to our lair if we were to fly over it? Maybe we could drop down through the canopy.
I don't think we can fly over
closer?
anything because if we get shot out of the sky, it's pretty disastrous at that point, right? That's like a worst case scenario starting fight for us.
I can't
Yeah.
land easily in those woods. The trees are tall, the canopies are great, the branches are strong.
Then we shall
Anton-
go on foot.
Knowing where we're at is gonna say out pretty loudly, Imric, we have nothing to fear. We're her beneficiaries.
You're right. Okay. Then let's travel. I'll cast Mount from my ring and go on. Can I ride a horse through these trees?
Totally.
Enemy
These
flying carpet?
trees are huge, but that also means the spaces between them are quite grand.
Yeah.
Trees might be 30, 40, 50, 100 feet apart. There are going to be bushes and brambles and, undergrowth with it, but most of it should be fairly easily traversable on horseback.
Do I cast at the ring from my own level? Or is it like level 7 or something?
It's from a set level.
Yeah. So I'd probably either get a horse or a camel, depending on the level.
Uh, 12th level. Unless
Okay,
the
so
spell is higher level than that.
It would be a camel. No, it's level 1 spell, but I'll take a warhorse with a saddle. It says I can go one rank down and get a saddle, so I'll do that.
Great.
It lasts for 14 hours.
Excellent. Into the overgrowth our party goes as the sun sets behind them, casting their long shadows into the area of tall trees.
Anton's gonna ask if he can ride the horse. It would be nice if, for a mechanical charge, especially with his new spear, he should be able to charge, get double damage, and it shouldn't break. It should act like a lance.
I pull my horse to a stop. I look down at Anton. Fine. Yeah, I jump off the horse. Be my guest.
Anton gets on the horse,
I walk.
smiles, and rides up.
Okay.
He wouldn't attempt that with a normal spear, but with this spear, it seems just right.
Anton, you climb aboard this horse.
Yep.
And you can see it's got a saddle and everything, but the saddle has like markings on it and trappings on it. You get the distinct impression that this is not just a fake horse. This is somebody's war horse somewhere in the world that has disappeared, hopefully not out from under them, and been brought to you to ride. There are
I checked the
letterings.
pockets.
Yeah, the saddle bags are empty, but the wording on them is in a foreign language. None of the languages that you've seen here, but still like written in the lettering of the common tongue. You could maybe make out the syllables
I'll
or the
ask Emmerich to
sounds,
read
but
it.
you're not sure.
He has glasses. Does that work,
Should.
Emmerich?
Yeah.
Yeah, Emmerich. What's it say?
Yep.
Check my horse.
This is the horse of Lord Seagate.
Wait, sorry, is this summon somebody else's horse?
Literally summon somebody else's horse. Yeah.
I didn't realize that's how the spell worked. Well, apologies, Lord Seagate.
None of us recognize the name, I'm assuming, right? Or the family.
No, it's from some far off distant land. Probably on another continent.
Heraldry check. Okay, never mind.
No idea.
Okay.
All right. Into the woods we go. Why don't we take our break here, and then we'll do it.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Our party walks into the overgrowth. A huge, massive forest. Have you ever seen pictures, or have you ever been to Sequoia National Park here?
No,
In the
but I've
United
seen
States?
pictures.
Yeah, those like giant fucking trees.
Like huge
You've seen
redwood,
those?
or even bigger.
No, the sequoias. They are. You should just Google Sequoia National Park right now if you can. You ever seen those pictures of old-timey lumberjacks standing next to the tree that's like, you know, felled over, and they stand next to it and their head doesn't even go all the way in?
shit! What the fuck?
Oh, yeah,
That's
those are
insane.
Yeah.
I'm actually in disbelief at the size of this tree.
Wait, what state is this even in?
California.
Oh.
Greatest
Fuck.
state.
Oh, fuck me. How north do you have
What
to
the
go?
fuck?
I've only been
If
to the
any of
redwoods,
you-
and that's sick.
Redwoods are amazing because they're the tallest
They're
trees,
super
but the
tall.
giant sequoias are the largest trees. If anyone ever has the opportunity to visit it, you should all check out Sequoia National Park one day. It is amazing.
Oh my word.
Yes.
Sounds like you're inviting me for a trip, Neil. And I say yes. Don't know when, but I'll come.
Let's do it next summer. I would love to go back to Sequoia National Park. It is
Looking forward to
deeply impressive.
it. Okay, giant trees.
Giant trees.
Giant
yeah.
trees.
And as you walk into the forest of giant trees, you very quickly, Imric and Anton, you can feel the ancient magics that are here. This place is old. These trees are ancient. There's sort of like a tenseness in the air, a pull in the air. We've talked about detect magic in the past and sort of how it allows you to see magic, and we've always used the term like see magic, or you see the aura, because it's difficult to explain this sense that we don't have in the real world. So I'm gonna try my best to describe it to you now. When you detect or feel magic, when you can sense magic, it's more like magnetism. It's more like you have 10,000 tiny little magnets scattered throughout your body, and a source of magic attracts them. And so you can feel, if you're close to it, your right hand feels more attracted to it than your left or something. You can feel your skin being pulled ever so slightly in that direction. And the two of you who are well attuned to the sense of magic can feel it in this forest. It's everywhere. This forest is ancient. It's probably millennia older than the breaking of Arcadia. This forest might have stood here in this form since the dawn of creation. These trees are unbelievably large. The air that flows through it has a distinct flavor and taste to it. Everything about this sort of oozes the old ways, the old woods, the deep magic that created the world is here. And
Shine can't fly in the forest, right?
no, the trees are fairly widely spaced, but even their spacing is too narrow for her wings to extend and fly. She marches on foot, stomping with each step.
It's probably good for
Gonna
us. At
be-
least it means the dragon can't like fly in and take us by surprise or something, right?
It's got no wings.
Or yeah, I guess that's true too.
It means that Shine might get caught in combat. But she has stone skin, so
And she has 3 McGarrys protecting her.
yeah.
Soon,
Sure.
you come across footsteps of the great green worm. They're huge. They're like walking towards the forest, like into the forest. One of them has a puddle in it large enough for you to easily bathe. And in that puddle, there are small little lights trickling around, sort of dancing back and forth.
This is pretty cool.
Would you say, Mooten?
Are they like fairies, like dancing, or is it just Like
Yeah, you go up to the puddle to take a closer look, and you can see that the lights in the puddles are reflections, and as you look up, you see sprites floating about in the air, sort of whizzing back and forth, and then a small cluster of pixies or fairies that are sort of like hanging still, shedding light. But otherwise, they're a little travel line of sprites going to and fro between two trees, maybe 100 feet apart from one another.
Do I know anything about
and
sprites or
fairies
fairies?
are 20 feet in the air.
Are they like smart? Can you talk to them, or are they just like?
They're
Yeah.
highly intelligent fae creatures. They are usually, in all the stories and lore and things that you've known, they're sort of like nasty, mischievous creatures, but they've also been talked about as being like extremely good, but they've also been talked about as like being tricksy and annoying and frustrating to outsiders. They are reclusive. They are innately magical. Fairy and pixie dust is a material component used in a lot of sleep and charm type spells. Sprites have their own weapons of war and their own magics and their own methods of attack.
I'll flick a platinum coin as high up as I can. Does anybody go and grab it, or does it just come tumble like that?
No, the coin would be too large for them to carry, so it'll flick up into the air and you can catch it on the way down.
Catch it and put it back in my bag.
I imagine we
keep
just
going.
continue to follow
Yeah.
the footsteps then, yeah?
Yeah. Should we call out to it?
No. If we're close enough for us to call out to it, we're
He
probably
will
close enough for us
yeah.
to know we're here, so we might as well just follow the footsteps.
Well,
Do we
then,
need to worry about right now? So can I activate my Ring of Seeing at this point?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will activate it. Do we need to
How
be
long
having?
does it last?
I think 30 minutes.
And it's once per day, or how many times per day can you use it?
Once per day. So I used it yesterday one time, and then I'll use it today.
Okay, just as a reminder, guys, the scroll is a 10-foot diameter, and whoever reads it, it lasts d4 plus 4 rounds. So it's not very long lasting, and it's only a 10-foot diameter, so just bear that in mind.
Do we need to have
I,
this casted right now, or?
No, not now. It'll be over in minutes. We need to wait for the fight.
Okay.
I cast Cloak of Bravery on everybody earlier. I just want to put that out there that you all should have plus. I think it's 2 to your saving throws against fear.
Excellent.
We have Stone Skin as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, plus 2. You have Unfailing Endurance. I have Bless and Prayer kind of ready and Recitation kind of ready. So.
I'll go to the edge of this pool, and I'll call out to the sprites. Are we traveling the right way to Zarathus? And I motion.
And you try this in many languages, I take it?
Yeah, well, I try Aridonian. That's what I try.
Okay.
Do I speak Elvish?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, the sprites are maybe 2 feet tall, so they're tiny little creatures, but
Kind of big.
is this 2 feet?
Yeah, well, they'd be able to get a platinum
Maybe they
coin
could
then.
get it. Yeah, it would be large for them, but they seem not to grab it. The pixies and fairies are a little bit smaller than that, or some of them quite a bit smaller. You call out to them, and you will see a swirl of these diminutive fae folk come in your direction. Is it 5? Is it 15? There's little lights on them, and they're moving quite quickly and zigging and zagging back and forth. They filter down towards you.
Are they actually pixies, or is it something different? Like, if I've got my Ring of Seeing on, does it look
Two
like...
of you don't really know the difference between sprites and pixies and these other fey
Or-
folk, but it's definitely one of these fey creatures. It's
Yeah, I'm
not
sorry.
an
It's
illusion.
okay, yeah, that's what I'm checking. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, I imagine I'll stop in place and wait for them to approach.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't listen to these things.
Do they
Anyway.
say anything?
The little swarm comes down and buzzes around you a little bit. They do not speak your language.
Okay.
And so they just sort of buzz about.
Shine?
I wave them away. Let's keep moving.
Well, I'll ask Shine.
We can't-
Can Shine communicate with them? She ought to be able to.
Yes,
Dragon.
Shine speaks the elven language, the language of fae creatures. and she will call out very gently to them. The pixies mostly swarm around her, and they will tell Shine that the dragon lies deep within the overgrowth. These footprints lead north towards the hills. They do not go towards her lair. They wrap around the edge.
Can they take us there?
Okay. I mean, I imagine we'll find the dragon at the end of the footprints, no? Maybe? Perhaps?
This could be old.
Shine will tilt her head. I told you, Zarathis is deeply embedded in this ancient forest. She responds to it and it to her. I expect those prints, if they are visible at all, are intentionally visible. She's either directing us somewhere she wants us to go, or she is directing us away from where she does not want us to be.
Would the sprites just take us to the lair?
I mean,
I
I
don't know if
imagine
they can be trusted.
I imagine we should follow the footsteps for a while. The dragon invited us to the overgrowth. We're following the footsteps into the overgrowth. If she's trying to lure us away, I mean, we ought to follow her, right? Instead of sneaking around.
All right.
Okay.
You follow the footsteps, going through the overgrowth, the long shadows of the trees extending as the sun sets in the far west. Night falls as you walk through.
Holding my spear, do I see as if it's day?
You have infravision, so within 60 feet, I believe.
Yeah. That's what you said.
Yeah, then you can see as if it were day. Like, it's not actually daylight, it's more grayscale, but you
That's
can
fine, yeah.
see well, easily. Ultravision is
Utility
cast
sphere.
on the other two of you, so you can see just fine.
Mm-hmm.
The spear is called the Widowmaker, by the way.
As you progress through the forest, you will pass near some large tree branches covered with huge funguses. And at one point, the fungus will sort of release some spores in your direction, and they will shower down upon you. It all happens rather quickly. You know, there's a branch maybe 15 feet above, and there's like a poof, and the cloud of spores will settle in and around your area. And I will need con checks from everyone in the party.
It's mind affecting.
Ooh, that's a great... No, this is not a mind affecting... Yes, it is. It is mind affecting. You get your wisdom bonus on this.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Luck bonus as well, maybe?
Oh, no.
never mind.
Absolutely. Yeah, you get your +1 from your luck stones if you still have them.
True.
Yeah.
I fail.
Anyone carrying? Yeah, you do. Anton, you will stagger under the weight of these spores. They feel heavy to you. They drag you to the ground. You are slowed. You rolled a natural 1. Wow, that's really bad. You are
Can't
deeply
be
sort of
slowed.
not
Not physically slowed, but like mentally.
yeah, you're actually you have unfailing endurance, don't you?
I do.
Ooh, hold on. You
Can we
might
type it
actually
in?
be immune to these. Yeah, please.
1 second. There you go.
Virtually immune to fatigue or exhaustion. In addition, the subject gains a +4 bonus to saving throws against spells or magical effects that cause weakness, fatigue, or enfeeblement. So this is a magical effect causing weakness, fatigue, or enfeeblement, but you rolled a natural 1, so you're just fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunate.
Sorry.
You are heavy with weight of your gear. Luckily, you're riding on your mounted horse, who should also make a con check.
He's fine. Big con check coming.
Fine, I took most of the spores.
Ooh.
Oh, he's being covered by me. I have a luck stone on me. Don't take the horse from me.
Not my horse. Not Lord Seagate's
Not the
horse.
horse.
You
I'm
know, the horse is a
protecting him
little
from
bit...
the
He's
spear.
disoriented. He just got teleported from another land.
That's
You know,
why
he's
Anton
having
got
trouble.
a 1, is because he took all the fucking spores. He was closer to it because of the horse.
The horse plods forward. The both of you pulled and exhausted.
Does my ring of free action not protect against this?
This is like an enfeeblement. It's not so much a. Well, hold on, this is free. I don't think free action protects against enfeeblement. No.
It negates or prevents the effects of paralysis and hold spells. The spell enables the creature to touch, to move, and attack normally for the duration of the spell, even under the influence of magic that impedes movement.
Yeah, you are weighed down.
Okay.
You are like carrying too much weight for you. Your muscles are tired and fatigued, and you are essentially heavily encumbered. So your movement rate is reduced to 6, and I think you have a penalty to your AC and hit bonuses. But you can keep trudging forward. The whole part, Shine will, outstretch a leg for you to crawl up, so the party can continue walking at normal speed.
Nice.
To go away?
Not yet.
Okay.
Eventually, all things will go away. You walk for a few hours following these footprints until you reach sort of the edge of the overgrowth. And it's nighttime, but you can see the trees beginning to thin, and eventually you can see great hills lying before you, and the footprints sort of just leading straight out of the overgrowth.
Well, Shine. Looks like the pixies were right. Can you sense Zarathus?
Shine closes her eyes, lays her head on the ground, inhales deeply of the area, turns her head back sort of 45 degrees behind you, and says, I sense her strength in the deepest of the wood. For that way, she sort of gives a vague notion opposite of the direction you're headed right now. But
Really?
her presence is everywhere. These woods teem with her. She's not near, but I can't pinpoint her directly.
Should we just wait where the footsteps led then? Because this is probably where she wants us.
I mean, if she has magic in this forest and it's so fucking great, she should be able to know that we're here. If we want to take a moment and just rest, I think we could rest and wait for her to show up. I think that's
That's what, yeah.
Enfeeblement goes away, yeah. Anton will rest, yeah.
If we rest, we'll lose our stone skins.
how. Wait, when I said rest, I mean like wait like 20, 30 minutes. How long does stone
Oh.
stone? I don't mean
Okay.
sleep.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah, no, we're not fucking
Yeah, yeah.
sleeping here. Fuck that creepy shit.
Okay. Wait here or in outside of the forest?
We're deep here. We might as well wait here. This is where she's most comfortable. Or he or she? He.
She.
Oh,
She.
sure.
This is where she's most
Okay.
comfortable talking. So we came here. We might as well wait 20 or 30 minutes. And then if she doesn't, then we'll just fucking leave. We'll burn the fucking forest down.
So we've not seen any monsters, Neil, here.
Nope.
No monsters, but you have seen birds and various rodents, some as large as a capybara, but mostly mouse and rat sized. And they have all seemed to be watching you. The birds on tree branches stare at you as you walk by. An owl perched inside a little warren kind of pokes its head out, its big eyes tracking you as you go left to right. You've never been watched by animals like this before. Certainly,
Yeah.
animals have seen you, but this is unsettling. They are staring directly at you. And
Okay.
your voices, as you talk, seem to amplify and carry. When you call out to your brother, it's loud. It's not the stillness of the woods. Your voices are actually like sort of carrying and booming more than they ought to. You can control it by, whispering and speaking softly and gently, but by nature, your words carry further. Let us just get a quick
Tyrion.
example.
That's my
Whilst
name.
we're resting, should we not call out to Zarathus?
Zarathus
The
should
dragon
know that
knows
we're
we're
here.
here.
Yeah, there should be no mystery. If the dragon wants to make itself visible for us to talk, then the dragon will do so. If the dragon doesn't, then we'll simply leave.
Anton will speak slowly. We're here to give the dragon a boon. There's no reason that she should...
Well, the dragon is
Have an
probably
issue.
rightfully distrustful. A dragon doesn't reach that age without being a bit cautious, so it's fair.
This is the greatest dragon in all of Arcadia. Would make sense.
Present company excluded, of course, Shad.
Yeah, Shine doesn't take. She's been around Anton for
knows
long
what's
enough. She
happening,
knows what's
yeah.
up.
Anton is still enfeebled 3 hours later.
Yes, you are still
Okay.
enfeebled 3 hours later. 20 minutes pass while you wait, and there is no sign of the green dragon. It is 3 hours after sundown.
Sundown means nothing to us. Let's wait 20 more, and then if anything bad happens, we'll go or if nothing happens, we'll go inside and seek her out more, I guess.
Well, I don't want to be a party people, but at some point the Ultravision's going to run out. So I think that if they don't turn up by the time that is, we should leave the forest, rest in the hills, and then recast our spells and come back in, because it's pitch black. It's going to be pitch black here, right?
It'll be quite dark within the woods. But you have magic, right?
Yeah,
You
we can
certainly
use
have a
magic
light
lights.
spell.
Yeah,
I have
of
my
course.
spear. I can make fires.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Can I briefly unsheath my lightstone and see if the light works in the forest?
It does.
Okay.
It shines brightly. Although you probably can't tell because you have ultravision, so you see as if it were daylight anyway. But
I'll
Mootin
go
can tell
around
you.
and put some light stones in choice
Around
spots,
us.
so,
Okay, yeah, good. Okay,
Wait another 20.
That's why.
My Ultravision lasts 15 hours, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how long it's been, but it was like 6 hours to cast the spells, and then how long ever it took to travel here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a few hours left, maybe.
Yep. You wait another 20 minutes with light stones scattered around you. Zarathis does not show.
I'll look to Shine. What do you think, Shine? DM.
Yeah, what do you think, DM? What do we do?
Well, I think we should just run right into her lair.
Interesting, Shine.
That what
Your
Shine
judgment
said?
appears to be compromised by the spores. I guess they have a different effect on dragons than they do on humans.
We're here to kill the creature. Green dragons are monstrous. Well, fight her. Green dragons are distrustful by nature.
Okay.
I'm not surprised that she would try to lure us out. She's probably watching. Shine looks around at the birds and the rodents that are.
If she
standing
was
nearby.
watching, man, wouldn't that be a real dumb thing for Shine
that
to
would be
say
a
that?
very
And
dumb
then that
thing
would be
for Shine
Shine
to
wouldn't
say
uncharacteristically say something so foolish, right? If the forest had ears, if it was listening.
Shine looks at you for a moment. I don't think we need to play dumb. Zarathis is not stupid. She's thousands of years old.
Oh,
I
so
think
we
we've done a pretty good job so far, but
we just changed up. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're here to die. Somebody's gonna die tonight, is what Shine is saying. Okay.
okay.
You know what? I'm good on leaving for now. I think we should.
You think we should leave? We came here to do a job.
Well, after Shine just did that, I think we should leave.
Well, no, I guess
Well,
now
wait.
we're looking for a fight. Now we're just fighting. The boon memes was memes.
As this gets said, as this conversation is happening, Neil, I look at the birds on the trees around us. Do any of them immediately look to fly off?
No.
Okay. Maybe the birds don't speak Drakissian.
Yeah, true.
True.
Let's
I'll say to
we
Shine.
head deeper into the woods.
Head
Yeah.
in. Sure, fuck
Into
it.
the lair we go then, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
What choice do we have? Either that or we abandon this. If we're not doing it tonight, we're not doing it at all.
Well, that's not true. The dragon
You
is
told me.
going to go and attack other places. We would just attack it when it's attacking a place.
Well, but we don't know how we'd get there in time, or if we could. Depends on where it's
Correct,
attacking
yeah.
it if we know. So.
Okay. You press deeper into the woods where the trees grow thicker. Still tall, still wide. There are bioluminescent mosses growing here and there, large puddles and ponds that reflect even the smallest amount of starlight that filters through back in your direction. The three of you have been to the Feywild before, and you get an eerily reminiscent feeling of that place, of too much light and too much water and too still of an air for the amount of breeze blowing in it. There's definitely a Fey sense approaching here. Another 2 hours, and the ultravision will wear off as you are deep now within the woods. At least 5 hours, probably closer to 6 hours after sundown, which would put us in the middle of the night.
Fun. We have light stones.
Yeah, you can still navigate. That's fine.
If they hold onto my spear, do they get vision granted to them? Like if I
only
hold the
have
spear,
one wielder at a time. There's only one person who controls the spear, and it is the controller who is granted the infravision.
One of my staffs can cast light at will. So what I will do is I will hold it as I walk, and I will like light branches of trees as we walk through.
Not
Relcor is
maintaining
gonna
light
fucking
on the
hate you.
staff, but just sort of. Bloop.
Just so that we've got a little bit of area around us, right? What do you guys think about that? Is that might be leaving a path if something was following us, but I think they'd be able to find us anyway.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I would assume that
worried
we're
about
seen
that.
and noticed at all times.
Yeah, so I'll
Steer
just...
light the spells.
Well, let's think about this for a moment. Okay, hold on. Tyrell's gonna apply his big brother brain. We're walking into a trap of an Age Class 12 dragon. Do we expect to win this? Should we expect to win this? Should we expect to win over Scoria like this?
If we can negate the dragon's breath weapon, we're fine. But if we're walking into a trap,
There are no
and
other
the
spells we're
dragon
worried
is-
about?
No, like honestly, not really.
And we're not worried about the dragon waiting behind a tree to just cast a breath weapon upon us?
Yeah, that would be a worry.
That would be a worry, that would be a wipe.
Hang on. What we're actually worried about is getting dispelled. We might need to use the Ion Stones here, I don't know. Can this dragon cast a spell?
We look to Shine. And Shine says...
I mean, it
How
could
would
have
I
a
know?
wand or something.
We did
It could have a...
no research.
Yeah, I think we should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Yeah, after Shine did the whole let's kill her in the forest when all the creatures are around, it just seems.
We're running. We're running away to the west as quickly as our bodies will go. We're leaving.
It is not a
Really?
problem to escape the woods.
Good.
If that is your
Nick,
desire.
if you want to go white?
No,
we can
I
do
don't
it.
care. We're leaving. Hi,
I don't want to
God.
waste the whole session doing
We
that.
did waste a session. We're leaving.
Oh, we wasted it.
We're running out.
As you proceed to exit the woods, which will take you a few hours to get to the edge,
Cool.
I'm sure there's a discussion about your intent once you exit. Are you coming back, or are you abandoning the Zarathus killing mission altogether?
We
Zarathus
can't just
fighting
walk
mission.
in there and get breath weapon to die.
Okay,
so.
so the second time I suggested this session. This is a better suggestion, though, okay? So, do we know why the Green Dragon is attacking Mataiva?
We told it to. Well, it wants to. It just
No,
wants to-
it had
probably
been
wants to-
already attacking, yeah, but is
It
it
probably
because...
wants to
Probably
extend
wants
its...
to credits for us.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
right? The forest, it matters.
Yeah.
So, now, unironically, having seen the things before, now, setting Scoria's forest on fire was bullshit, but if we set this guy's forest on fire at the edge, do you think he'll come out to defend his forest? If we
Well,
slowly
Shine
start...
could just fire on
Yeah,
forest, but yeah.
or we could set it on fire some other way, use magical candles or whatever. Could we not start to slowly encroach on his forest by damaging it? Would that not enrage the
Yeah,
dragon and bring it out
probably.
to fight?
Why don't we go into the
Good
hills
idea.
and do that then?
Why don't we just do it? Yeah, we go outside and
Shine
start
begins
going
to
in.
protest. These woods are ancient. You wouldn't burn them to the ground and all the denizens within them just to get Zarathus. There
The woods
are
will grow
thousands,
back.
tens of thousands of creatures who live here.
I'm sorry, are dragons environmentalists now? Is that...
She is a
You
bit.
would be slaying so many things.
Can you
Is
provide
it
us...
fine with us?
Of death?
Can you provide us an alternative suggestion? We need to bring this creature out of the woods. Creature is extending its woods into, might I say, areas where humans once inhabited, with a mighty city. Certainly we can't simply expect to walk in to an Age Class 12 dragon's lair and win the fight. That would be foolish of us. None of us here believe we could do that, of course.
You've slain many dragons before. Is that not exactly what you've done in the past?
With great
is.
preparation, with careful planning, and with a quick and precise blade, never aimlessly wandering deep into the lair of a dragon this old and this powerful and this prepared for us.
This
Not one,
large.
not one this strong, definitely. But the green dragon on Gnome, we did just stumble into its lair.
No, we didn't. We knew he was in there. We had potions
We
prepared.
knew where the
went-
lair was.
Yeah, we were, and we
We
knew
always
where he
know
was.
where everything is.
Yeah, we didn't go there randomly. We knew that dragon was in there. We weren't walking into a trap. We were walking in there to fight, and he was cornered in his lair.
As long as the dragon can't, like, sneak up on us and surprise us.
Why
which
wouldn't the
hopefully
dragon be
sh-
able to sneak up on us and
Well,
surprise
would
us?
Shine not see it coming?
Who
know it's
knows?
coming.
The dragon
Dragon
could
said
have
it multiple times.
a million different ways to invisibility itself. We're walking into weird Feylands. This is like bullshit dimensional space. Like I wouldn't 100% rely on Shine being able to say like, oh, he's around the corner, right?
Unless it has some sort of dimensional magic, which it could. I should notice it before it arrives, or before we arrive at her. If she is as large as the footprints we've seen, the earth should tremble with her approach.
Unless she's
You're
hiding and
confident.
wait for us.
True,
Okay.
but I should smell her if she is laying in wait. I should sense her as we approach. Maybe not to a pinpoint, maybe not to a T, but
We don't
good
need
enough.
to burn the whole forest down, but we need to bring her and give her a sense of urgency. Could you not just burn a few trees down and we get it moving?
I don't think setting a few trees on fire would lure out such an ancient worm. But if that is your wish, Tyrael McGarry, Anton McGarry, whom I serve, I would do
I'll
so.
let Tyrael make the call here, but I think that we need to burn some fucking trees. It seems weird that dragons are real cool with humans dying, but once a fey creature gets involved, now it's an atrocity. Okay? That's where it seems weird. She's fine having the dragon go and rampage human lands, but when we talk about burning a few old trees down, she's like, well, that's too far. So he'll use his counsel material that we should burn a significant piece of this forest and bring the dragon out. We've seen how quickly the forest grows. I'm sorry for the creatures inside, but
Well, will the forest continue to grow of its own volition, or does it grow under the magic the dragon commands? That's the question. Is it...
This forest should exist with or without Serathis.
So the forest will grow back regardless, no, Shine?
2,000 years, perhaps.
these creatures can fly. They're
2,000 years? This city was standing here not a few months ago, and now we've already got trees the size of us growing in its wake.
Yeah.
Wait, in the stead of the...
No, these trees have been here a long time. The trees that have recently grown are only like human height.
Yeah, that's really big.
But that was like
Wait,
a
am I-
month or two.
Yeah, am I
no,
crazy? Trees don't grow that fast in 3 months,
Yes.
okay?
That's true. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
This will be fine.
Um,
The creatures we've seen can fly. They can move. They know what fire is. There's lightning.
Did we ever get a call back from Senegal? Did she ever ring us back, Shine? Do we know anything about when we're expecting to hear from her?
Yeah, we should have talked about this earlier. But, one of Shine's associates, one of the people who served her in her former life, has been looking for a creature by Senegal, or asking spellcasters who work with with dragons, and has not been able to find Senegal. But they have leads on two dragons who have employed a spellcaster to guard their lairs in the past, and are seeking out who this might be. So there is
We have no lead
close
on
to getting
that.
an answer.
Okay, so are we to... Okay, this is like half out of character and half in character. How smart do we think this dragon is, I guess? Like, what do we... Because technically, burning the forest and having the dragon come out to fight us would be incredibly fucking stupid, right? It's obvious we're trying to set up a trap. So it seems like burning... Unless we burn down a significant amount, like half the fucking forest, which I don't think this dragon can do. That would take us, like, months, right?
I agree. Typically, green dragons aren't the smartest, but this isn't a normal.
It's an age
green
class
dragon.
12,
I think
right?
the dragon probably somewhat wants to defend the forest and sees that we're causing destruction, would just get really fucking upset and probably come out.
So we're going to treat the dragon like it's literally mentally disabled. Because that would be
Yeah.
the mentally disabled part of the dragon.
Because Shine just acted mentally disabled by saying, "Oh, we're here to kill the dragon."
Well, no,
So
I think
the
what
dragon
Shine was
might
saying
do that.
was Shine was treating us like mentally disabled people by saying that obviously the dragon knows you're coming to kill it. So like, let's stop fucking around and let's just like get in there and kill it. Is what Shine is acting like.
Yeah.
She has a point. We came
See-
here for a reason.
Okay, I mean, I think that the best course of action is probably trying to burn some of the forest down, and then seeing what happens. If she doesn't come, then we go in.
Yeah, but so
But-
now we have to weigh everybody's feelings and everything. So if we burn the forest down, how long are we committed to trying to do it, and how much do we want Shine to feel like a piece of shit for trying it if the dragon doesn't come out, and then do we just like say fuck Shine's
Yeah,
feelings?
look at these trees. How easily will they burn anyway?
Shine has no feeling. Shine is but of a servant.
Well, no, Shine is a
Anton,
mighty
that's not a way to
golden
look
dragon.
at things.
That wasn't an Anton's comment. That was a Lucas comment.
No,
He would never say.
Anton would say that, yeah. But he's probably not going to say it in front of Shine. But yes, Shine is literally here to be our servant. She's here to do what we say. If we want, we can go in there. That's fine. I'm cool with it. But I think the safest method would be burning some trees first. It's up to you.
I hope you can put your cowardice aside when it comes time to enter Dragon Peak.
Emmerich, you stone skin yourself every day. You are the coward. You don't stone skin either of us. I don't want to hear cowardice from
Also,
you.
hold on.
Invisible wizard.
We wouldn't fight Scoria this way either. We wouldn't just
Correct.
waltz into her lair and expect to win that fight either, no?
That is what it will come to.
No, that's not what it will come
No,
to.
it is not.
I disagree.
We're thinking.
Then leave. Let's head back to Drekis and leave the Matavans to their own problems.
Well, now we can't because now we've etched out a deal. Now this hurts our reputation as Dragon Slayers should we fail here. We're kind of on the line for this one.
We don't have to do this right this second. We can go, recast our buffs, and do it in the morning.
Oh, yeah,
Because-
yeah. It doesn't have to be tonight.
Yes, it doesn't have to be tonight. So let's go. Let's
How
recast our
realistic is
buffs.
this tree burning shit, Koibu? Talk to me about this forest. Realistically, if you had like a dense, wet forest and you set a tree on fire, nothing is going to happen. The whole forest won't burn down. That only happens in like California, like really dry places, right? What kind of forest is
Right.
this? Will it?
A forest like this is unlikely to burn relatively easily. You would need Shine to sort of set everything on fire with dragon breath. I wanted to say, but the conversation kept going when Imric was talking about lighting. You can light branches and create light zones, but once you've walked another quarter mile or so and you look back, you'll see that the lights that you have cast on trees do wink out of existence. This is a deeply ancient and magical forest, and it will in all likelihood resist normal fire. Dragonfire is a completely different story. Shine can take out any tree she wants, given a little bit of time.
Let us rest in these hills. If the dragon wishes to fight us, it can come out and fight us here.
Why would he come out and fight? We can
Well, he would, exactly. So let's rest. We can recast our spells, and then we can go in tomorrow.
Sure, but let's just think what we're doing. Are we gonna? Fuck, you really want to do this? I'm not. I'm executive decision of this because we've already almost done. We're not walking into here to fight the age 12 dragon. There's no way we win that.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just wondering what you thought the plan was up until this point, because...
Well, the plan was up until this point. Apparently, we were the mentally disabled ones that thought that it would come out for a boon, and then we would just smack its head. But now, Shine, and I guess we feel like that's not going to happen
but we've
now,
been
right?
talking about killing this dragon since, like...
In a straight-up fight, not after an
Yeah.
ambush, right?
Not in like their fucking lair forest.
With an
where they're gonna
ambush.
get where they're gonna get a random AOE magic.
Either
thing.
spell or breath
It's how we'll
weapon.
completely die in an instant, and you probably
Basically,
will.
every dragon we fought them in their lair. So I'm surprised that you're at this point thinking that
we
We
had
had dragon weapons where we knew exactly where they were 24/7.
Plus spells and buffs right before the fight. Plus we
Yeah.
knew there weren't like huge
No,
mechanical
I
transfer.
don't mean that to say that like we can win in the lair. I'm saying that like it always comes down to that. You have to fight them in the lair. That's how it happens.
Yeah, but when we know they're like, if we knew that this dragon was trapped at the back of its lair, well then fuck it, we
We'd
can
be
go on
going
into
in.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we don't know that, do we, Imric? You fool.
No, we don't know where it is. I mean, its
And I'll
lair
tell
is
you
this
that
entire forest.
there is a way to get the dragon out of its lair, and that is burn down the fucking forest.
Well, if we can set the whole forest on fire, which we don't even know if we can right now. Although I guess we probably could, because Shine's
We
pretty
could.
upset about it, but...
Shine would be mad, but we could. And that would be a way to get the dragon out. Is that the best solution? Probably not. But I'm just saying that is a better solution than us walking in there and just dying.
A forest like this would resist being burned. It is not without its own life and its own defenses. The pixies and sprites may seem small, but they are magically enabled. They have charms, beguiling powders, maze spells, confusions.
Hundreds of magic missiles coming out from these small creatures. Any brain blasts? Besides Imric wanting to just walk in and kill...
It's
Maybe we
fine
talk
if you
to the
don't want to do
creatures.
it, but this was always what was going to happen.
No, it wasn't!
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Maybe we talk to the creatures and see if they have an issue with the dragon, if they could maybe somehow lead us. It seemed like they were kind of talking about it earlier. About
Let's
leading
ask
us
the
towards
sprites.
it. I think that's better, yeah.
I'm sure they'll agree with our plan to burn the forest down.
I agree. It's better than burning the forest down.
Ask
let's
the
go
sprites if
get
we can burn down
ourselves-
their magical forest? Is that or
No, we asked the sprites where the dragon is. If they can, like, if they have a problem with it, if they can take us to it.
the sprites probably all in this forest might serve the dragon. Will they give? Do we trust them to give us an honest answer? If they tell us, would we trust them not to tell the dragon immediately after?
They already told us that the dragon's footsteps were leading away from where the dragon was.
Yeah, but how did? Maybe then we go into the lair and it's just still a trap to kill us. No.
Can you provide a solution then? How do you provide one instead of just throwing everything down? Provide something.
I'm ready to. I'm marching. I have my hand
march.
clasped on my sword. I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
So we asked the sprites belonging to the forest that the green dragon owns. Where is the green dragon? What do they say, Koibu? We shouted at the edge of the forest. Find me these sprites.
Shine will wander through the woods until she can find a patch of pixies and will commune with them. They will say that the dragon lives deep within the forest and the sprites stay well away from the dragon because it can be hugely devastating. The sprites will not go anywhere near its lair, and they can lead you to the zone at which they stop visiting. And they can get you real close, but the last mile or two is going to be on you.
Can we ask the sprites if they've ever seen the dragon fight anybody before?
They've seen the dragon hunt within the woods, and one of the pixies here has seen the dragon fight a hill giant.
Do we know anything about the spells this dragon might have used before?
Based on my previous research, the green dragons are not known for their spellcasting.
Okay. Well, in that case, do we want to sleep in March?
Yeah.
Do we think we should?
If
Yeah.
we're sleeping, we should sleep outside of the forest.
Of course.
Travel into the hills and sleep there.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Right.
Travel the hills, sleep, wake up, and the march.
Let's go.
We can spend the rest of the night marching out of the forest. It takes another 3 hours. 3 hours before sunrise hits, essentially, is when you make it out of the woods and into the hills. The sky is still dark all around, but soon in the east it shall brighten and lighten. Exhausted with your day of travel, the party can lay down and rest. Shine says that she will stay awake through the night. She needs not sleep here, and be on the lookout for ogres or any other creatures, and will awaken you if need be.
Sounds good.
You guys
Mr.
want-
Moon-
Oh, god.
No,
I was gonna
please.
say, if you guys want, I could bring a cleric down here, cast Uplift, and cast Gate. Get someone to help us out clear the forest.
Wait, so are we clearing the forest or are we just going to its lair?
We're not clearing the forest. It would be something to maybe help us out fight the dragon.
Oh, you're talking about the wild spell.
The wacky spell, yeah.
If you don't think we can do this, we should just head back. Not too much hasn't been lost. This is something
We
we're trying to
can
gain. If it's too
do
much
it.
risk,
But we just shouldn't be fucking stupid about it. So let's use a little bit of our preparation brains here.
the only other option I can see is waiting and have some way for Matava to indicate to us when the dragon attacks, and we find a quick way to teleport there and fight it in the open. That could work. We could be waiting a long time. Our conversations with the dragon thus far and our, not showing up might scare it off any further attacks, but maybe that works. But this threat is less than Scoria. The whole point of this is to prove that we're ready.
Based.
We're gonna say Koibu.
What?
I would like you to make me another Constitution check, Mr. Mooton.
Sec.
At +4 because of your unfailing endurance.
Nice.
Which is now a pass.
Nice.
All right, you're fine. When you wake up, many hours after sunrise, you are refreshed. You are no longer enfeebled by the mushroom spores.
Okay, I need to redo the whole shtick again. Except this
All
time,
right.
instead of casting Sending, I'm going to cast... in fact, no, I'm just going to let
Then
him
let's,
locate
let's
Landmark.
do this then.
Don't you have
If-
to cast a whole bunch of spells to
Yeah.
clear your spell list and then memorize a bunch of spells?
Yeah, but I mean, we're in the middle of the hills, I just do it.
Okay.
Fire
Right, but then-
Shield, Approved Invis, Ice Storm, Improved
Sure,
Strength.
sure. None of those have exotic spell components.
No.
Okay. And then
If we're gonna-
your... Go ahead.
Do the wacky, let's just walk in and kill the dragon.
Based.
Can we, at the bare minimum, cast the gate spell? We have a gold dragon. We have a good cause. We're killing an evil dragon. Something good should come out and help us. Or something will come out and say no and then leave. At the bare minimum, this is we'll have something else to help us kill the dragon if we're gonna go and just int into it. There is no reason not to if we're planning on marching in and killing the dragon.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, then we'll. Imric teleports home. I need you to bring me a caster who can cast Uplift. We'll uplift and we'll cast the gate.
Wait, isn't the only one capable of doing that not willing to work with us?
No, Uplift is a 4th level spell, I think, and they will work with us. We have the queen, so.
You might have trouble getting a caster to come all the way the fuck out here if they're dedicated to, they're not going to just fuck off to the ancient forest over here and help out. They are staying within the capital.
We tell the queen we need them. The queen orders them. We're the McGarrys. They teleport. We can teleport them back. I just need him here to cast a spell for 1 day.
So you can send Imric back and wait for him to return with an appropriate cleric.
Right.
True.
And Imric, how are you going to get the cleric there and back?
Is there any wood lying around that's not a giant fucking tree?
Outside of the forest, totally. And even within the forest, there are branches that have fallen and whatnots.
Okay. I cast my fabricate spell, which I need to cast anyway, to make a teleport stand.
Mm-hmm. But
and then I'll...
you teleport there, you grab the caster, you teleport back. That's 2 teleport spells. How do you send them back on their own? Aren't they sort of stuck here until such time as you were done with your dragon slaying?
I can't really do all 3 teleport spells without, like, resting in between.
Yeah, we don't care if they're stuck here for a day. We genuinely don't. They might be mad.
They will.
Yeah, that's fine,
definitely.
but we're going to tell them that they won't be stuck here for a day.
Wait, well, there's no reason to lie. Just tell them we need them for a day.
Yeah, we need them for 1 day. They're going to be casting the spell for an entire day anyways. Or at least 8 hours, I think.
I think I'm going to struggle to get this to work, but I'll try.
Oh, Uplift is a 12-hour casting time.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I mean, how long will this thing stay around? It might be hours to get to the lair.
It will stay around until the job's done, it sounded like. If it chooses to. We have a gold dragon. There's no reason it's something crazy that's mean should come through. It is dependent on the people around you. Our cause is noble. We're getting rid of an evil dragon. It's fine. Bring the Martha cleric from the temple. I gave her the paladin shield. She's pretty happy with us right now. Bring her. I think she can cast it.
I'll do my best. No promises I'll be back today.
Thank you, Imric.
I teleport out.
You arrive.
Back home.
Roll a
back in the
D100.
city. Yeah.
I will head to the keep. Well, no. Is the Martha Cleric's temple in the keep, or is it separate?
That's it.
Whoa, Neil.
There's a period at the end of that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Let's slow down there, buddy.
Yeah, you head to the temple in the capital.
I would know who can cast this. Can the Martha cleric cast it or not?
Can Shine not cast it?
Shine does not
Shine
have
can't
uplift.
have uplift.
Loser.
She's got wizard spells.
Yeah.
The Martha cleric could make healing potions. So she's like 7th.
Well, she's cast uplift before, so.
Is that the one
Oh,
who was
yeah.
cast uplift before?
Yes.
There's a lot of
Actually,
clerics
yes.
in town.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's why I thought it was maybe off
Right,
the table
yeah.
because.
Right, because there was also a Nadinus cleric that,
The Neas cleric hates me. The Martha cleric and I are kind of cool now.
but they both have used uplift with you, right?
Don't think the Nadinus one has.
Okay, cool. So you can find the High Cleric of Martha here in town. She will greet you, Imric McGarry, with all due deference. Thank you for sparing the lives of so many of our children, Imric McGarry. How may I be of service to you and our crown on this day?
Thank you, Mother. I appreciate that. Well, I have an unusual request.
Yes.
Well, my brothers and I are traveling in Matava, deep in the overgrowth, looking to slay the green dragon there, Zorathus. You must have heard of it.
Certainly.
Do you recall in the past you'd helped my brother cast a spell uplift. You unlocked greater powers for him by doing this.
Together we have done great and terrible things.
I am once again asking for your assistance. We wish to summon an ally from beyond the Pale to help us in our quest to slay Zarathus. It's an
Which
inconvenience to you, to be sure. Well, I'm not sure. My brother knows the details. I'm proposing that you travel with me via magic to the hills where we are camped. You help Anton with his spell, and from there, you can wait until the deed is done, and then I will bring you back.
Mother Bella, I believe her name is, looks at you. You want me to travel to the overgrowth with you to cast uplift on Father Anton so that he may do what?
He wishes to summon in an ally from another plane to help us in our battle.
You fucked it.
Tell me more.
Tell her more.
That's
Tell her
all
everything.
That's all I know.
Then you'll have to tell your brother his request is denied. I'm not traveling to the overgrowth on such weak information.
What?
Give her more information, please.
I actually don't know what you want me to do. He wants to cast the gate spell.
Thank you.
There we go. Base.
We have a gold dragon.
True.
It's what I've said the whole time. We have a gold dragon. We want to cast the gate spell. Our cause is noble.
It is.
What is that?
No, you said he wants to cast some spell and bring someone over from another plane. You were cagey.
We're good. We got it. Now we were honest. Koibu always rewards us for our honesty.
True, he does.
I genuinely don't know, because I feel like Destiny's taking the piss out of me for saying that I wanted to cast Gate, and at the same time, Anton is saying that I should just tell him. So I actually genuinely don't know what you two...
It doesn't matter what we want. You're the one having the conversation. It's your life.
I don't even want to be here.
Yeah. It's not even
Mother
your day.
Bella senses your discomfort, and she is also uncomfortable and says, "Why is Anton not here himself to explain? Father Anton surely could make sense of this. Traveling great distances. I'm the head cleric here. I'm not leaving to the dangers of a green dragon. When would I come back? What are we gating in? If I understand correctly, gate is one of those spells that brings something, but not not what you desire. It couldn't we be gating in a monster?
A huge monster.
A beholder? A demon?
Well,
A Batezu?
well.
A level 13 dragon. Sorry.
Sure.
We travel with a gold dragon, and I understand that the spell, what comes through depends on your allies and your goal. Our goal is noble, to slay an evil beast, and our companions are just.
Thank you, Imric. That is brilliant.
Well said.
Neither of you are here, so shut up. Fucking hell.
She says she needs to pray on it and invites you to come into the temple with her so she may commune with her deity and pray on this matter. And she will kneel down on a soft pad before the statue of Martha and take your hand in hers and hold it out and say, "Pray with me, Imric."
I'm afraid I'm not too godly, but I will indulge you.
That's not how you pray, but good try.
I will go with her and kneel down in front of the Martha statue.
Do you pray? Do you actually do it, or do you just hang out while she does her
You
prayers?
say like the equivalents of like the Our Father and Hail Mary or whatever, you know, like the prayers that everyone learns.
Right. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna see if I can finagle my spell so I can get her back the same day.
After the first set of prayers, Mother Bella turns to you and says, "Martha tells me Gate is the sort of spell where you request an individual. You must name the thing you wish to step through. What are you bringing through? What is your ally?"
I'm afraid you'll have to ask Anton that when we arrive. We have obligations, matters of state. I'm not sure that we can abandon this at this point.
I'm sure Shine knows a age class 12 gold dragon who will come talk to us.
She goes back into prayer.
Think, meditate.
All right, here we go.
Well, hold on.
She comes
Before
out of it.
You make a decision. Maybe you should roll that on screen.
Well, excuse me? Do we not trust Koibu's rolls? I
If I
trust.
rolled
want
a
everything.
d20 on screen, would you know what the die roll meant?
True.
No, but I didn't know what it was. It's fine, just break my heart.
Martha Cleric comes out and says, "It is the... Martha has told me that this forest is sacred, and that the 4 of you might pose great destruction to the life that has been there since time immemorial. I will not travel with you.
Oh, she's not
for
going to go
such
there
an
and oversee
obscure-
it.
Not for such an obscure, unknown... I have duties here. I must tend to the people in town. I'm sorry. You can tell Father Anton that if he wishes to talk with me, he had best send a better emissary, one more informed of the actions."
I forgot that I could get teleported there. That's my fault.
It is your fault.
We fucked up. That's my bad.
You fucked up.
So,
Go with God, Imric McGarry.
I understand. I teleport back to the hills.
And
I
as you,
come back.
you turn to teleport, she'll place one hand on your shoulder and kind of come over and
Go
give you
with him.
a very gentle, cleric-y kiss on your cheek and say, "I pray that you can calm the rage in your family, that you can bring it together, that together the McGarrys and the Wicks may bring peace to our land. I fear the anger and the danger that resides within your brothers. Please, Imric, while I have you just alone, the 2 of us, I beg you, be a mediating force for good."
While
I
she's
have
touching
this,
him on a
but, like,
D100, a 2 or less, she gets pulled through the teleport.
I've always tried to do that, but sometimes a little bit of rage is what you need to defeat a beast like Scoria.
Of course.
I consider
teleporter.
Wanton.
I consider grabbing her hand and teleporting her
Please.
back with us,
please do it.
but I'm
She
not
gets a
doing
safer
it.
spell,
wait.
but you can do it.
No, I'm
Should
not
you
doing
make a
it.
wisdom check?
Imric just wouldn't do it.
Alright. That's fine.
Mother Teresa 2.0 coming. I'll collect her ashes as well. Jeez.
I come back. I land on the thing. I'll jump down.
Oh,
I
we
shake
see
my head.
Imric. Hello,
What happened, Imric?
Imric. You're alone.
She asked what we intended to invite through the gate, and I had no good answer. She prayed to Martha, and Martha advised that she fears we intend to destroy the forest, and therefore she can't assist us.
I'll look to Shine and ask, who is the strongest gold dragon that you know?
I am.
What about Balerion? Didn't we introduce her to?
Well, we wouldn't want to gate
Valarian.
Valarian over.
Not stronger than me, nor is he gold.
What's the strongest good being you know? Have I heard legends or anything? Do I know any names of...
Tyrael comes walking out of the portal. Giga Chad.
The strongest good being, assuming we don't include gods or demigods.
Oh, I guess I can't
Yeah.
then.
Well, maybe demigods would be fine. But give me, assuming not gods or demigods, and then give me a demigod.
Is this for the gate spell? She asks.
I know. I actually didn't know you had to request someone. I thought you could just do it.
No, yeah, the line...
I read it, yeah, after.
When casting the spell, the priest must name the entity he desires to make use of the gate spell to compensate.
Oh.
Even better. Even better of a spell than I thought it was.
Do they have to be like alive now? Can they be gated in from the past or future, or
I think it's other plans. I don't think
other planes? Okay.
you can bring someone from the past.
What if we gate in the Dragon's Bane weapon hammer, so we can find the Great Dragon?
Go for it.
That'll be good. Then what is our plan?
I want
Shall
to
we
cast
rest?
the gate spell. We're gonna. If you can teleport me back, I can talk to her. But if you can't, then we can rest and do it again. We have a few days. We just spent 4 months. Let's do this right.
Tyrael, will you stay here?
I mean, I must. No.
We could all go back together.
Actually, let's just have Shine fly us back. There's no reason not to. staying here is kind of sketchy.
Is
we
it?
have the teleportation platform. We can come back at will.
Me and Shine will hang out. We're cool.
Okay, that's fine.
It is
Find
fun.
the platform.
We will.
All right, Imric, take me back if you may.
I touch his shoulder and we'll teleport us back.
Give you a kiss on the cheek. I know you've been stressed.
Imric's fine, actually. I'm actually annoyed at you two, but that's fine. I will stay. I'll just stay around the house or whatever while you go and convince the cleric.
I'm gonna summon Morbius. Yeah, I just need to know the name, so I'm waiting on Koibu. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm looking at my
Lore.
secret list of deep lore.
Okay, I want either good, or I'll also ask Shine, like, vengeful. I want good. I'll stick to good, actually.
Wait, okay, wait, can we talk for a second? So you pull something out of this gate, and they're forced to stay there until you finish your
No,
mission?
they get to make the choice.
When casting the spell, the priest must name the entity he desires to make use of the gate and to come to his aid. There is a 100% chance that something steps through the gate. The actions of the being that comes through depend on many factors, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
The DM will decide what the exact results of the spell are based on the creature called, the desires of the casters, the needs of the moment. So if you call, if you were to try and gate in a god itself, there's like 0% chance that a god would step through that gate. Instead, some other thing nearby would probably come through instead.
Well, it depends if the god wants to come down, right?
Yeah, but if a god wanted to come down, they would just come down of their own accord.
I thought they weren't allowed. But I have no idea.
Well, what the motivations of the god are hard
It's
to know.
there. Yep.
Yeah, but they have historically come down to Earth. They hang in the sky as a comet for a week or two before landing on the Earth.
While you look at that, Anton will walk into Martha's temple.
Well, before we
He
have this
will-
conversation with Martha, do you in your mind, you've got a good thing of who you want to summon then, or?
He's gonna give me that name,
Okay, all right.
but Anton does.
So you're
Anton,
looking for something that is either very, very good or something that is very, very vengeful?
we're gonna stick with good. Like, if there was like I don't know how it is, but if there was like a demigod who is Velthara's son, who struck vengeance on the Earth and now is like a minor star or whatever,
Right.
like maybe
What-
I'd want him, but I want someone good.
What about like a cloud giant? Or
I'm trying to go for something crazy here.
No,
So-
I mean a cloud giant is kind of crazy though.
Would they be able to walk through the forest? Or would they get stuck like in the trees or whatever?
Yeah, no, I think they would. They're 24 feet tall. They're pretty strong. I think they're the most powerful giants.
Anton walks into the temple. He is going to lay down 200
Storm
platinum
giants.
in the Velthara area. Taking it off my sheet.
Jesus.
Okay. He is going to request an audience with the main cleric of the temple.
When you ask for a creature of great goodness, Shine will tell you the Great Monarch is a creature that lives in the Feywild. Extremely good, caring, and protective of all.
Would a good... I guess I'm kind of just asking you guys this. Do you think a good creature... It is good to kill an evil creature, or do you think that could
Well, I don't
be-
know if the dragon is
be
even
relevant?
really evil, is it?
It is an evil dragon, yes.
Well,
An
wait,
evil green dragon.
Okay. Wait, is it
What
fucking...
could be more evil than an evil dragon?
Well, because before you told us that, like, shiny dragons or whatever were good, and it seems like that didn't mean
Yeah,
fuck
they
all,
are.
so...
Yeah, it's
No.
green dragon.
yeah,
Oh,
metallic
whatever.
dragons are very good. Chromatic dragons are very evil. Shine's a good dragon. There's no doubt about that, right?
Yep, that's fine. We will,
You don't look like you believe me.
I will go in. I will heal Shine's advice. Did Shine have anything else to say? Did they think of anything else or no?
No, that was you asked
The
for a
request?
really
Perfect.
super powerful good creature, the Great Monarch.
Good. I will go in. I will speak with the cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Mother, Mary. Mother...
Bella.
Mother Bella, I have a great request of you. I'm sorry that I only sent my brother earlier. I forgot that he could teleport more than one person. You know how it is with wizard magic. Ha 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 ha. We laugh. That's good. I have a request of the utmost importance. I'm trying to gate through the Great Monarch, and I will need an uplift spell. As you know, that is a creature of immense goodness and greatness, and we have Shine there, so everything will go according to plan. We are trying to get rid of Zarathus, the evil green dragon, in the Forest of the Overgrowth. We do not, however, want to hurt the plants, the trees, the creatures that live there. It seems to us that the fey creatures do not like the dragon being in there, and we do not like its existence because if that dragon gets its wings back, it is going to be Scoria. We also need to kill this dragon because we need to test ourselves and our steel against a dragon of her caliber. We have to do this in order to save our kingdom. And I wish for you to be the cleric who helps me. I could have other clerics, but as my brother, I hope, said, that you are someone I consider to be a cleric of great good and importance. So I'm requesting that your moral guidance will be there. And by you being there, the Great Monarch, a good creature, will come through. You are perfect for this. And
Father
I hope
Anton,
yes.
I do not see how slaying Zarathus saves the lives of a single Dracissian.
I can tell you, if we cannot slay the Zarathus, we may not be prepared for Scoria. We need Zarathus and the items in her cave in order to save ourselves.
Yeah,
from
we need
Scoria.
a loot. Hell yeah.
I'll show her.
Tell me again, how is it that killing Zarathus protects my people?
It's going to allow us to be ready for Scoria. We do need.
What does that mean? Allows you to be ready. If you can kill Zarathus, you can kill Zarathus. Does this mean you will need me to gate in the Great Monarch again when you fight Scoria?
He's going to try and explain the difference of how we're going to go about this. With Scoria, we're going to have an army to bring us in to deal with the small creatures. With this, it's currently just us three and Shine, and it's kind of tactful. Shine can't use her breath weapon because we don't want to hurt the forest. So he's going to kind of go down that line of thinking is, well, we're going to actually have Shine, but the issue with this is Shine can't really use her breath weapon, and Shine can't really fight to her full extent in the forest without hurting the trees. I'm sure Zarathus won't care about it, but we do. I'm not going to need you in the future, probably, for the Great Monarch, but it may come to that. Do you have another question?
It is the duty of clerics of Martha to protect life, to preserve it, all life. I do not doubt that Zarathus is a terrible beast that has killed hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe tens of thousands over her millennia of existence. But your slaying
Anton's going
Zarathus
to,
does not
before she says this, going to bring up the great book that he read that actually cost him a level, or like half a level.
The Book of
And
Exalted Deeds.
He's going to explain some of the exalted deeds that he read in there. And one exalted deed was a cleric, much like herself. He's lying, but cleric, much like herself, was requested upon to gate through a being, and this being was, it'll give some fake name of like a great gold dragon from ages past. They came through and they were able to help him out and achieve the task. We need the items inside her lair in order to kill Scoria. This is going to save many Dracissian lives.
Tell me.
Yeah, he'll lie. He'll say that there's a +5 spear in there. He has no problem lying, unlike Imran, who had issues. There's a +5 spear in there that's going to help him. There is also a protection from breath weapon ring that is their most needed item. He got this information from Claritas, actually, and Claritas was the one who explained all of this to him, and that is why Zarathus was one of the original dragons that they were meant to kill, and it's on the list. He's going to pull out his spear and say, I know that you don't think that we need items and whatnot, but he'll show her the Rahana spear and say that this was from a temple, and he's going to return it after the fact, actually. We're not using these items to build our power.
During this conversation, the amulet of Velthara around your neck begins to sort of like tingle and press against your skin, and you can feel this sort of like grudge growing on her. You get the distinct impression that she thinks you're lying to her, and she's growing angry that you would try to manipulate a cleric to your own ends.
I mean, I can feel that you think that I'm lying to you.
But I'm not, I promise.
But I'm not going to use my hand and force the queen, or ask the queen to force you to come. It's going to be of your own volition. I wish that...
Well,
I wish
you
that,
there are other clerics. Perhaps one of them will be more amenable to your cause. But Anton McGarry, I do not think that you are a force for protection of life. I think a cleric of vengeance enjoys the destruction too much. I think a cleric of vengeance will say whatever they need to kill, to destroy, to maim. I do not trust that you do anything for the cause of good.
Anton will thank her. He'll go over, put 100 silver or whatever near the Martha statue, and he'll leave nicely.
Okay. That was tactfully done.
Do I get to do it
he's
next?
going to go and get the queen to force the Nadina's cleric to do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Tyrael, what are you doing? You just hanging with Shine?
All I can do is hang with Shine, yeah.
It's cool. Anything you want to talk to Shine about in general?
How's Shine feeling? How you doing, Shine? It's pretty wacky, isn't it?
Certainly, I never thought I would be in this position. Not in my my many hundreds of years of life. Serving humans, talking about burning down ancient woods. I'm glad you saw the wisdom.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We're trying to be more considerate of you than to any of the Fey Wilds. I think, as my brother rightfully pointed out before, it does seem a tad ironic that we are basically sitting in the smoldering ashes of what was once a glorious human city, now worried to burn down a few trees, but...
Yes. Well, we could go back one further. Before this was a glorious human city, it was a forest. Humans came down, most likely, and chopped down the trees and pushed the forest back.
It absolutely
How
did,
deep
but...
do we want to go?
I mean, God's created the humans that chop down the trees, so I don't know. You tell me, Shine. I'm not a philosopher.
God's created the trees as well. It's an infinite problem.
Indeed.
Who has the right to land?
Oh, I submit to you that the one with the force to take it has the right to do so. It seems to be how the world has worked thus far. It seems to be how humans, dragons, and elves understand the world, so that ought to be the way we continue doing it, yeah?
Might makes right. Said by a great many great kings in the past.
Well, can you name me any kings that didn't believe it that were able to take control of any amount of land? Is there a reason why dragons don't walk around as traveling peacekeepers, but rather they wield some of the most fearsome breath weapons in the land?
Well, we wield breath weapons because the gods sought to gift us such great abilities. As for traveling peacekeepers, I speak not for the other members of my race, but typically the affairs of humans are not of interest to me.
You say that typically, but I seem to recall us meeting under circumstances that would appear to be quite different than that. But I understand times are strange and complicated indeed.
Yes.
Well, what do you think about these affairs? Have you ever traveled with humans that have killed dragons before? Have you ever seen a dragon slain before? Curious. Besides the ones I guess we've slain thus far with you.
Shine's face goes sort of sad and sideways. I watched as members of my brood were cut down and skinned and eaten and killed. I spent a time in a cage a long, long time ago, far, far away. I've seen members of my species, my color, die.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I suppose we have something in common then. Both seen our own kind be killed mercilessly before at the hands of others.
Life is not without its fear of death. Verossi and Martha both make us, and they will eventually take us.
Indeed.
So, nice weather we're having.
Oh, you're here. What's up?
No, I'm not there. I just
Oh,
thought...
you're not there. That's right.
Yeah, Anton and Image are on the way to the
Okay.
castle, and he.
Yeah. All right, you guys make your way to the castle. You're gonna ask the queen to force the Nadinus cleric.
I'm gonna ask the queen to give me a cleric who will cast Uplift. I just need someone for 24 hours.
Right. We're going to run into a problem of church and state here because while all the clerics do serve, the realm, they serve their deities first. And much like the feudal kingdoms of Europe, the state and the church are a little bit separate. And no queen, like a queen could order a Nadinus cleric to do anything. The Nadinus cleric doesn't have to do it. The queen could try to imprison a high-level cleric for failing to do these things, but that would risk drawing the ire of that deity. If the queen imprisons the Nadinus cleric for not helping you, and it's a powerful Nadinus cleric that can cast Uplift, that's the sort of thing that might bring Nadinus's anger, or at least just drop any blessing that she may have given to the area. It's going to be a dicey bargain you're going to have to make. This request...
I'm going to give you the same spiel as before, towards the queen, and then the queen can ham it up however she wants. I don't think they can know that I'm casting Gate. Anton's genuinely trying to do good, so
Yeah.
I can talk. I can try talking to Martha
with the passion of 1,000 suns, and will dig in her heels and absolutely refuse to assist you in any way, shape, or form.
Are there no other clerics in the kingdom? There are literally these two people who are above level 4. Or level 5, I guess.
7th?
I don't think 7th level's needed. I thought it was 5th level, because I think this is a 3rd level spell. If this is a 7th level spell...
Uplift is a 4th level spell, so you need to be 7th level cleric. Yeah. So
There's
there are
only
only a few handfuls. There might be another 7th level cleric elsewhere.
Well,
What we would go for?
we get Van Helsing. Get Sean here next week.
True.
Unfortunately, he is away. He's far, far, far away. Definitely not coming into this. Let's see.
I could try my hand talking to the Martha cleric. I'm a very good, righteous person. The eldest brother. The one guided by righteousness, beset by righteousness on all sides. That's how I would describe.
Their decision.
Unfortunately, the only other high-level cleric was killed in Ralwick when Scoria burned the city to the ground.
Based.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll just kill
7th level clerics are few and far between. That's on the brothers. With all the gear that you've collected over the past 70 sessions, without the assistance of another 7th level cleric, it's on you. You can do it.
I'm good. I'm not walking in the forest and dying, so... You guys can come up with a solution, but...
Does anyone go back for Tyrael?
Yeah, we're gonna go back and get him.
Oh.
Okay.
Hello, my brothers appear. I notice you're clericless. No
That is
luck?
correct. No one would do it.
Then, what's the plan? Certainly we'll need to rest another night now, before going.
Resting to travel home or resting to travel into the deep whatever the fuck forest?
At this point, either. Unless we were to fly, of course.
I don't think we can just walk into the forest and...
How important is killing this dragon to us?
Pretty important.
We could go back to our keep. We could get 20 to 30 men. We could come back and we could do a formation and actually assault the lair. The dragon won't be able to sneak up on us.
Suicide. The breath weapon will kill them instantly.
Suicide. What if they stand together as one? We have many experienced battles with dragons at this point. We wouldn't be stationed in such a foolish way that we're all going to die to a single breath weapon. We may lose a man or two, but then the dragon would be forced to reveal its hand, wasting a breath weapon on a normal soldier, and then would be killed by us immediately after. I think if we want numbers of the way we do this, and if there's anything we've accumulated or accrued up to this point, it is numbers. We have followers, we have soldiers at our keep. Could do it if we need to.
I say we just start the Scoria stuff.
You remember the Green Dragon's lair on Nome? The place was covered in its gas.
Indeed.
We'd need to bring a unit of men in there. We'd need more scrolls, I think. Right, it wouldn't be big enough. I think if we can't do it alone, I'm not sure what extra men will help. Unless they're the Wayfarers or they're strong. magic users?
I mean, at this point, we would be. I mean, fuck, it's not Moldova. Matava would be. Matava would reinsert itself into helping Mistria as much as they could, right? Depending on how much the dragon would mess with them, because we're essentially.
Perhaps. The Queen indicated that Zarathus's presence may limit their ability to help in the war anyway, so perhaps we can just leave it alone and Matava will still not be helping.
Okay, also, wait, another question. The dragon can't travel too quickly then, right? He has to walk across. What?
Yeah, yeah,
It can't fly.
Yeah, okay, wait. He can't walk quickly. Or he can't move quickly, right? If he's attacking at this point, we don't have the map up, but like he has to go pretty far west to attack, right? If we could get noticed within at least an hour, we'd probably know.
We'd be there.
We could be there in time. We have that board of sending that we picked up, but the other half is in the other city. Do we have any other way to send a message back and forth quickly? Do they have sending? Do they have any way to communicate, or?
They undoubtedly have. You saw 2 high-level clerics, or what you assume to be high-level clerics, and at least 1 significant mage in the capital. They've got spellcasters, maybe have sending.
And the city, so Volara has been burned. Did you say Lyra was burned before?
Lyra has been attacked.
Lyra has been attacked. Yunta is untouched because it's a fortified area with the river and everything? Is that what you said?
Yunta is untouched. I will let you decide why on your own.
Jesus. Does the dragon swim?
Presumably?
Because that would explain how it's able to get to Lyra and away, but it doesn't want to travel a river, swim through a river to attack Yunta, perhaps?
Don't forget, I mean, it could also have wands of various power, and it could fly using magic.
Yeah, but the flying for the wands is going to suck shit compared to, like, Dragonflight, I imagine, right?
I agree, yeah, but like, you can't take anything but granted.
Well, actually, we would just know,
teleports.
Asking the Matavans, they would know if it could fly during its attacks or not, right? Did it ever fly while attacking Volara, or...
It has never used invisibility or flight or teleportation of any kind.
Okay, so that seems to be not the case. We could put in some kind of stand or something. How many times has Lyra been attacked? A single time or multiple times?
Are you back in the capital?
Well, I mean, we could do a sending message. I don't know if you want to go fast or not. But...
Yeah, I think what you had heard is that Lyra had been damaged, but there's not any specific intel on quantities and numbers.
Because we could put a teleportation area in, like, the undergrowth, and if we get a message from them that something's attacked, we could just teleport there and then try to find the dragon and fight.
Yeah, I think any teleport stands in the undergrowth are liable to be, like, destroyed.
For what?
So let's say we kill the dragon in, I don't know, Yunta or whatever. We kill it instead. How are we going to find its lair?
I think finding the lair at that point is trivial. We'll just ask the sprites.
And they're going to know the exact entrance?
They don't know. Well, yeah, yes. The sprites will. The sprites will know because they said they explicitly avoid the entrance because they don't want to get killed.
They said they stay like 2 miles away from the
Well, yeah, but if we have to search like a 1 by 1 mile area, we should be able to find it in a day or two, right, at the most.
Locate landmark should work, right?
Yeah, or the potion drinking thing if we're just in a 1 by 1 mile area. Plus, I'm a rogue. I can click buttons. It should be okay.
That's fine. I'm cool with killing the dragon, just not with like walking in and getting random breath weapon.
Yeah, I don't think that's the greatest of ideas. But, okay.
Okay. So the party is going to fall back from now. Better to not die to this dragon than to be over eager.
True.
All right. We can fall back to the capital, teleport spells and whatnot. Imric, how long were you gone? Because you talked to the cleric, then you came back, then you went back with Anton and you talked to the cleric again, and then you went and talked to the queen, and there was the talking with the cleric of Nadinus, and then you came back that evening. So that teleport stand of yours has been there for like 2 days now? Something like that?
Yeah.
And you will notice that it is sprouting small little leaves and branches. And you get the impression that, like the other things in this area, it might continue to grow, which is dangerous for a teleport stand, as it might like grow a branch in a spot where someone would stand.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to be wise to put the teleportation stands if we're making them in the forest. But there is places in Matava we could put them.
Not in the overgrowth, but like in the undergrowth, like somewhere, like not where the trees are growing like crazy, right? But
yeah, but even just like in this plain here, like between the hills and Yunta.
Sure.
You know, we could put one there. We could put one here.
Yeah, there are places.
Put one here in the hills.
Is this this is only the second time we've seen the McGarrys retreat from an action, and only the first time we've seen them retreat without being critically wounded in the process, if I recall.
That means we're
First
growing
being
and
the
learning.
Scorpion Man.
Yeah.
Scorpion Men. Well, the Dragon Trap was also, you retreated from that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There have been a great many dangers and adventures, and I would just like to congratulate you on your prudence, on not going balls to the walls and throwing away your lives over something that might not exactly be needed and completely necessary. There's the phrase, discretion is the better part of valor.
Wow.
I think that applies here quite a bit.
Sounds lame. TBQH, but.
Well, when we come back next week, are we waiting to ambush Zorathis, or are we just moving on and going for Scoria?
I think we'll probably talk about it in chat. We'll figure it out because we need a little bit more time to think about it, I think. One quick question for next week. Can we go 1 hour earlier? Is that possible next week?
Yeah.
Does that fuck you up, Nick, or is that okay?
Yeah, it should be okay.
Okay, gotcha. Otherwise, okay, then we should be back next week, an hour earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have any questions on the Patreon. Nope. Okay, cool. Well, hey, listen, we love you all very much. It's been fun. We will see you guys next week. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
See you later.